Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your May Q&A. It is the TWitWoW Q&A, our monthly Q&A. We're back. I'm happy to be back. We are going to be answering all of the questions that you asked us over the course of the month of May here today. And just kind of sit back, chill, enjoy the Rocket League gameplay. I have everything kind of muted to make sure that you guys aren't getting any audio that you don't want. John just sent me the invite, so I'm going to be able to accept that. And now you can see that we are in a team together. And I believe that's all I've got. So John, if you're ready to get into this, I think we can hop on into a game.
Absolutely, let's do it, man.
And while we're doing that, I can ask our first question. We actually, you know what? I'm going to count real quick. 7, 12, 13, 18, 21, 6, 29, 33, 38, 39. We got 44 questions this month, so right in line with what we got last month as well. 44 questions. So I'm going to pick a team, and in the meantime, our first set of questions is from Hypothesis, the first of which is if Aerostar found out that Captain Vasquez wasn't the actual, chosen one to take down the tribes, or to take down the gods, rather, could Lucha Underground find a way to write the tribes out of the storyline, basically?
I feel like given Lucha Underground's creativity, when they were active, they absolutely could find a way. I think it would take some effort, but I think if anybody could do it, it's that writing team. Rhodes to Joseph, Waganen, Stolman, all very talented people.
EV-Dub isn't a writer. He's a producer.
Oh, well, either way.
The other three guys are the writers, but I agree. They're good enough at their jobs that they could figure out a way to do pretty much anything. It's just a matter of whether they would want to. And I would even ask the question, would you really want to get rid of the tribes? Because I still think that there's so much left with the tribes to play with that I don't think that you really should necessarily want to get rid of them. So far in chat, by the way, we've got Foster and Chiefin, just to kind of keep you updated on that. I would say yes, they could, but it's more a matter of whether they should, which I would say probably not.
Yeah, the tribes are such a core part of LU's identity that I just don't see why they would.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, that's gonna go in. Oh shit, no it isn't. Fuck. Next question though, if 10 slots are open after all of the fighters, or after all the fighters passes, I guess. Hang on 1 second, actually. I'm going to continue reading once I'd say next goal we score, I'll continue reading this question.
Alright.
Or next goal that gets scored, because hell if I know, we might get scored on. Shit.
Yeah. Got ourselves a shootout here, folks.
Shootout implies high scoring.
True, but I'm just saying going really volatile back and forth here.
God damn it. Oh, Mark's here too. I'm not sure who the Rad B96 is. I forget. That might be someone that we're familiar with. I forget.
Well, welcome everybody to the Twitch stream. Hopefully we get to continue the Q&A. We just got a score here.
Oh, Mark's driving. Great
there
job.
We go.
If 10 slots are open after all the fighter pass characters are released, will there immediately be DLC? And this is regarding Smash Ultimate, by the way. Will there immediately be DLC or just in case?
I think there will immediately be DLC.
Actually, shit. I don't remember if this is actually for Smash Ultimate or if it's for the new Mortal Kombat game.
Either way, I'd say to either though, whether it's Mortal Kombat or Smash Ultimate, that DLC is probably going to be immediate. I feel
I would say if it's Mortal Kombat, yes. If it's Smash, no. I'm gonna actually go look real quick, just to make sure that what game he was specifically talking about, because that's worth knowing. He didn't actually specify. Oh, but he did say definitely Smash.
Okay. I just feel like the new trend with a lot of games.
Sometimes I have to shorten your questions to be able to fit them into the document that we have all the questions in, so.
I just feel like the new trend with gaming is like you make like a massive game and then you just add on to DLC for the next few years until you're ready to come up with a new concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll get to our next question here in a few moments.
Just want to get that off the ground. Next question. Given AJ Styles' gay community line that he had all those years ago, what other community should AJ Styles react to? And he also put in here like, oh, race or religion, you know, anything along those lines at all.
Oh God, I cringe at the possibilities.
I know, like that's the thing. Like AJ Styles is such a stereotype that anything he could react to, we've probably already heard people react to in the way that he would react to it.
Exactly. But if I have to pick, then I'm just going to go with
communist community.
The communist community for one, and I'd say the Amish community because I don't know if AJ could like, you know, if he'd be that committed. Like I wonder how he'd feel about being in like an Amish society with those kinds of customs. Nicely done. All right, next question.
Yeah, next question. We've got 4 from Brandon Best. First up for you, John. What advice would you give in helping newcomers understanding terms and concepts in philosophy?
You know, Brandon, as a guy that's perpetually a newcomer because I have no academic status or any social status, you know, in the field, I'd say, like, and I don't even say this to be, like, patronizing or disrespectful, but legitimately, the internet is your friend. Like, the best database on the internet, and I think there was even an article on this about how it's even, like, more well-organized than Wikipedia, is the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Like, it's just this huge database and a bit lighter for beginners, like because Stanford Encyclopedia can be a bit intense, is the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy. So IEP for beginners, SEP for more advanced. But yeah, just like put yourself out there, Google shit, you know, look up examples of the concepts. I still do that 7 years later. Like again, so it's not to be like malicious, but in this day and age, the internet is the best friend you've got. That's why I've been able to avoid getting a formal education for 7 years. Great job. Next question.
Next question. What wrestler, or are there any wrestlers that you're currently watching that make you question what your life is?
Oh, God. Anybody in the youth movement. I mean, fucking Dragon Lee.
MJF.
Yeah, totally. Like, anybody that's that young. Those 2 women. What were their names? Tyler Bate, yes. And those 2 women, Ashton, that you showed me in that one, like, I think it was, like, what, Stardom match or something? And one was, like, 17 at the time.
Oh, when you showed me that.
Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, anybody that's, like, in that age range and they're out there killing the business, like, in a good way. Like, they're out there killing it, you know, great match and everything.
Business, yeah.
Exactly. Like, fuck yeah. Make me question, like, everything. And if anything, it just kind of motivates me to go harder at what I am doing. Like, goddamn, I can't be shown up by these fucking people, these fucking carnies. You know, so.
Fucking carny-ass wrestler pricks. Yeah, I mean, hell, even Tony Storm and Pete Dunne, like that whole crew, man. There's just so many.
Absolutely. Next question.
Next question. What if the table is lying? What if the table isn't the table?
Well, then you saw it in half just to make sure. I mean, that's probably a reference to something that I understand, like most things, which is funny because I call out old people, and yet increasingly it's being shown to me that I was the old person the whole time. But, yeah.
Yeah, have you ever heard, God, what was it? You're in a room with no windows and doors, but there is a table and a mirror in the room. How do you get out?
Yeah, I've never heard that one.
So the joke is, you look at the mirror, you see what you saw, you grab the saw, you cut the table in half, 2 halves make a hole, and you leave through the hole.
Ah. Clever. That's really clever. All right.
I think Kid Coheed cleared it up in chat pretty well, just to kind of say what he said and let it be known to you, John. This is actually a reference to a wrestling line, because I know it's always in the intro for Botchamania. It's the I am the table.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. I picked a team, by the way.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to our next question on the first goal, so.
Well, no, the next question is, if you were to be featured in an episode of Hot Ones, how many wings do you think you could get through? And this is for you, John.
Oh yeah, I saw this too. I'm gonna be generous to myself, but also not hubristic. I think at least 2, maybe 3 if we're pushing it.
I forget,
So
how many do they usually have on an episode? Is it like 8?
I feel like it's 8. Yeah.
I'd probably get through like 5 or 6, honestly, because
Yeah, you.
I've got
Yeah.
a pretty decent tolerance for the spiciness, but I am also prone to, if something is like overwhelmingly spicy, being a total wimp about it. And like, I guess I would be able to use like ice cream or milk or some other kind of, you know, fatty dairy product to be able to cool my mouth down, but you wouldn't even have that option.
Well, I mean,
You
I
would
will
have to
say
resort
that,
to acid. Like, you would have to do like lemon and lime and shit like that, like Gordon Ramsay did when he did it.
yeah, I will say that that almond milk, like that kind of milk, still does help me quell the heat. So as long as
Oh
I had
yeah,
that,
that's right. That's true. That's a good point.
yeah. So, but yeah, dude, I just want to comment before we move on to our next question that I like you saying if something's like overly spicy that you become a wimp about it, like big fucking mood. Because like I'm the guy that's like, oh yeah, I love spice, and yet if you gave me like I don't know some exotic pepper or some shit, I'd be crying and be like, oh my god, I don't want to live. I don't want to live.
The Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, exactly. Like I do legitimately love spice on a certain level, but that's not equivalent to like I have the highest tolerance for spice.
Right.
So no. Yes.
Fuck.
All right, next question.
I was just trying to get inside the goal so that I could hit the ball in out, like out from the inside, and I ended up stopping, unfortunately. Like I was there, but I also didn't pull the trigger, so it was like I was gun shy, unfortunately.
Right. It's all right. It happens.
All right. Up next, we've got, I believe, the next set of questions is from Mark. Yeah, it's from Mark Shoneman, who is in chat. Great job. First question: what are some movies that are widely considered bad that you enjoy anyway?
I feel like we should have an answer to this because you and I have watched a shit ton of movies together.
I just want you to answer this, and then I'll give my own answer because I don't really have. I don't know if we have any answers that we both agree on.
Considered bad. Thought it was good. I feel like we just recently watched a movie that fit that bill, where like a lot of people didn't like it, but we watched it and we were like, you know what, we thought it was good. I'm trying to think. God damn it.
I mean, the DC movies kind of fit that bill, like, you know, Man of Steel and then BVS.
Yeah, I remember us. Yeah, BVS will actually be my answer if that wasn't going to be your answer.
It wasn't. It wasn't
because yeah, like I enjoyed it, but it seemed to be universally panned by like a lot of fucking people. So I'll just go Batman versus Superman.
I think
what about
Prometheus is another good one. I think a lot of people shit on Prometheus, but we both enjoyed that too.
Oh, Prometheus is so good. How can you shit on Prometheus, Marks?
I'm really looking forward to us watching Alien Covenant together. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
What else? I would say like older Adam Sandler movies such as Big Daddy and like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and Waterboy and Little Nicky. Like older Adam Sandler. I would say like the first Adam Sandler movie that I genuinely did not like was probably like Click.
Yeah, see, and it's funny because I actually really liked Click, and I don't know. I guess the first Adam Sandler movie I didn't really like. I guess because it was just like so tonally different, you know. Because I'm so used to him doing the comedies and everything. Was Reign Over Me, and I know that was
that's
one of
like
the
only one that actually has like positive critical reception too.
And actually, I remember it being pretty mixed because I know it was like off the heels of like 9/11, and it seemed like Hollywood was just churning out like the 9/11 films at the time, right? And it was just like.
I felt like the pandering worked.
Yeah, America.
But yeah, I would say, God, there's so many actually. Like I'm almost embarrassed by how many there are. When I was younger, I used to always. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that for a later answer.
Nice.
What else? Will Ferrell movies for me. Like I'm a huge Will Ferrell fan. Like to me, like Will Ferrell and Seth Rogen are both like pretty much everything that they're ever in. I love. I feel like you'll always hear people be like, oh, and anything with Adam Sandler in it, I'm gonna watch it. I feel like that's me with Will Ferrell and Seth Rogen.
Right.
But and you know what? Yeah, I actually agree with Kid Coheed. The two Amazing Spider-Man movies. with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I actually really liked those, and it took me, like, post having seen the movies, going online to see what people think about the movies. It took that for me to even realize that the movies were supposedly not good. Like, I genuinely, and especially the first one. Like, the second one, the Electro thing, I wasn't super into, but the first one I just loved beginning to end. I love the first one. And, like, it's one of those things, too, where, like, now when I watch, like, criticisms of those movies, I totally get why it was panned. But, like, at the moment, when I watched the movies, I enjoyed them. So even if I'm never going to go back and rewatch them because of the fact that, like, now I've had all of the flaws pointed out to me and I would not be able to get over them, in the moment, at the time, I did enjoy them.
Right.
Fuck, I missed.
Right. Let's see if I can get this here. There we
Nice
go.
job. I'm in goal. They're going to hit. Oh, they didn't hit it. Okay. Great job. Great job. Next question. This is for Johnny Scumbag. Please cut a promo on these garbage anti-abortion laws that are happening right now.
Oh my God, could I ever?
Is this really
Jeez.
Johnny Scumbag? I feel like the scumbags are the ones that put them in place in the first place. This is like Johnny morally righteous.
Yeah, like, James told me that his state, and I think James in Tennessee and like and Missouri and other places, they've been passing like heartbeat abortion bills like very recently.
Which is
like,
basically a ban, because it's literally like the heart starts beating at like 6 weeks old. Which means it's like you have 2 weeks after you miss your first period to realize that you're pregnant and get an abortion. Like it's effectively a ban.
Yeah, and like fucking Matt Walsh, who is a fucking journalist I hate for like Breitbart, like you could totally tell like he's like a white supremacist and all that shit. Like his reasoning for some of the abortion bans that don't even make exceptions for like rape or incest is like, and he legitimately said this on Twitter. Like, oh, if a 12-year-old, gets raped and impregnated with the rapist's baby, the evidence is right inside her. This way he won't get away with the crime. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ,
God.
Dude. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like, no, you don't need.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
You don't need scumbags fire to rant on this shit, because I'll fucking do it. These fucking misogynistic, fucking pseudoscientific bitch bags coming in and being like, oh, we're just trying to protect life. First of all, that is fundamentally fucking false. I'm gonna pick a team, by the way, because any woman that you talk to, which I know is kind of a foreign concept to a lot of the people that are pushing for this shit, would tell you that pregnancy carries a far greater risk. Like, taking a pregnancy to term has a far greater risk to their lives, if we're talking about preserving life, than fucking abortion or, like, reproductive measures, like birth control and this and that. And, it's not about protecting life. It never has been. You want fucking... God damn it. Okay, good. You want fucking soldiers.
Really what it's about is securing the religious vote, is what it comes down to.
Well, it's securing the religious vote, and then more broadly, it's like having fucking soldiers that you can, fuel your imperialistic endeavors with. I already told you that Mike Pence told West Point graduates in the next 8 years you're guaranteed to see combat. They need fresh soldiers out of the fucking womb. And, like, what's amazing is, like, states with, like, the high birth rates and everything because of, like, say, lack of access to reproductive measures, they don't care for those fucking kids, because it's like, oh, why are you on welfare, this and that, or, oh, you're working 3 jobs and yet it's, you're still not working hard enough, and all this other bullshit. Like, it's so fucking gross. And really the big thing to me, I've been saying this quite a bit lately, if the tables were turned and there was serious talk, like in congressional bodies, and there was serious momentum backing like anti-ejaculation bills or whatever for men, the tone would just radically fucking shift. And like, like everybody would be, consolidating their power to shut that shit down. Like,
I mean, if they keep letting the religious zealots get what they want, it might end up getting to that point at some point.
I mean, it might, and maybe it should, because then people would actually fucking do something about it. Like, this legislation is so patently, like, anti-female. It's disgusting. And, yes, and,
this legislation is patently anti-anyone that isn't an old, rich, white male.
Yeah, like, it's fucking gross. It's honestly fucking gross. And I've even heard some men though, again, and you have to imagine like fringe conservative right and shit being like, oh, well, you see what happens, women, when you aren't grateful to men for fighting for your rights, this happens, so maybe learn to show some respect. And I'm like, the fucking audacity. No, the whole thing going on is gross, and I especially feel bad, I mean, really, obviously for every woman, but I do try and be conscious again of intersecting modes of, oppression and prejudice and struggle. So you think about the black and brown women, the disabled women, especially disabled women who are, really invisible to sexual assault because the disabled body is stigmatized as like asexual or like not capable of sexuality or sexual desire. Like they're 4 times more likely to be sexually assaulted than able-bodied women. And they can't even get this fucking care, whether it's, again, the birth control or even just abortions outright if they need them, because, clinics are being shut down. I think I read recently that Missouri's last abortion clinic may be closing its doors soon. And it's just like, so this is all happening in the same breath that we're renaming our natural resources molecules of freedom and freedom gas. So,
I knew you would work it in.
What?
I knew you would bring that shit up.
As I should, because it's a fucking hellhole. Like, I already hate people as is. Like, I barely tolerate most people. But, like, then you see this, and I really honestly feel vindicated. I really honestly feel like humanity was a fucking mistake when you see people fucking around like this, doing this stupid fucking shit. So, yeah, you want my fucking rant? Fuck anybody that pushed this shit through. Fuck anybody that actively supports it, whether for religious, political, or just plain misogynistic reasons because, we can't have women have anything. Like, fuck the whole lot of you, eat shit and die. That's my fucking rant for you. Next question.
So the next question is actually a really interesting kind of that Mark said something about that was like a universal blondes theory. And I'm actually not going to have us do that right now. We're going to wait until this game's over to do it. But we will do our next question after that, which is also from Mark. What are the 5 movies that you've seen the most in your life? So movies that you've seen the most times in your life. Quantity of viewings, basically.
Quantity of viewings. I know we've watched like the Marvel stuff a lot, so I think like pretty much any MCU film, because we've watched all those like what, at least twice.
Twice, not more than twice, just twice.
I know I've watched Spike Lee's Malcolm X a few times. I'd say like maybe 3 times on that.
Oh, great job, dude! Great job.
Butterfly Effect I've seen twice.
Are you seriously trying to tell me that you've never seen a movie more than twice?
Yeah, I very rarely. Again, Spike Lee's Malcolm X I think I saw 3 times. But yeah, usually with most films it's not more than 2.
John looking like a Billy Badass over here seeing a movie 3 times. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've just said like I'm not really one to like rewatch movies a lot. It's just never really been my thing.
I'm the one then. I'm the one that this question was meant for because holy shit.
Yeah.
You could probably break it down by decade, honestly, because when I was younger, I used to watch, like, there were 2 to 4 maybe movies that I would literally put on my TV and watch every single night to go to bed. Like, rather than using a nightlight or, like, leaving the door open with the hallway light on or something like that, I would just use the light by the TV, and I would turn my volume way down so that I didn't get woken up by the volume, and I would just put a movie in the VCR and watch a movie to go to sleep. So that was my whole thing growing up. And the ones that I used, I would say the movie that I have seen the most frequently in my life, and this is no doubt in my mind, is Big Daddy. Like, I've probably seen that movie hundreds of times because I used to watch that every single night to go to bed. And even as an adult now, I still go back and watch it every few months just for the nostalgia. So Big Daddy is easily number 1 on my list. But number 2 might even be a little more on the embarrassing side. Because when I was younger, I used to always watch, again, like I just said, I used to watch movies to go to bed. And there were like 3 other movies other than Big Daddy that I had on rotation to go to sleep. And one of them was Matilda. One of them was Harriet the Spy.
Right.
And then the other one, which is kind of the embarrassing one, was It Takes Two, the Olsen twins movie. with Kirstie Alley and Steve Guttenberg in it. Yeah. So those three definitely are in my top 5. And then I would say probably the first Mighty Ducks movie would be like rounding out my top 5, with the other 2 Mighty Ducks movies also probably being in my top 10.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always been prone to, like, if I like a movie or if I liked a movie as a kid, I'll always be rewatching it if I can. I would also say, like, Big Lebowski, Pulp Fiction, like, as far as, like, in my 20s, which is what I am, you know, I'm 28 years old now. In my 20s, those are, like, the movies, like, I would say, like, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Pulp Fiction, Jurassic Park, Big Lebowski. Those would be the movies that I've watched the most this decade. But in my life, it's definitely the ones that I used to watch to go to sleep, just because that was like an every night thing.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta say, Twitch, you bring us good luck. Besides the one goal we gave up, that was probably one of the most dominant performances we've had on this stage ever.
What did
Easily.
you score on that stage?
13.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. That was crazy. God damn.
And our accuracy was high as hell. Damn.
Dude, I'm getting shamed by Kid Coheed for the It Takes Two watching.
Nice.
So I'm just going to go back. Before we get into our next game, I'm going to go back and read some stuff in chat. Foster said Waterboy kicks ass. Agree. Chiefin said Alien Covenant would be his answer, and I'm assuming that's about, like, the movies that people think are bad that we like. Kid Coheed said Grown Ups. Foster said Amazing Spider-Man was underrated. Let's see. Oh, Kid Coheed said Disney's Heavyweights and 40-Year-Old Virgins are on his list, both over a few dozen times. Mark said that his are Clue, Zodiac, all the Star Wars movies, all the Harry Potter movies, and Con Air. He also said that he's watched Big Daddy a lot too. And then I started getting shamed by Kid Coheed. You should be ashamed, Ashton! Shame!
I will say, before you pick a team, before we move on to our next question, Chiefin said, for me, it's GoldenEye.
Yeah.
I will say,
Abel is here!
Hi, Abel, love your face. I will say, as like a kid, Pierce Brosnan was my Bond. I grew up on that shit. If there were any movies that, like, made me closely resemble you and, like, your religious rewatching of stuff, it was the Pierce Brosnan films, particularly Tomorrow Never Dies and GoldenEye. Love those two. Oh, and The World Is Not Enough. The World Is Not Enough. I had the VHS and the N64 game for that one.
Right, so before we pick a team, I want us to get into this grand universal theory of WWE blondes. So Mark's third question was, since I heard someone hypothesize that Lacey Evans is actually Charlotte's grandma time traveling from the 40s, I would like to further this hypothesis that in a universe where that statement is true, that all of WWE's blondes are related. Lacey Evans is the grandmother, Natalya is the mother, not married to TJ. Charlotte is the oldest daughter. I guess for the purpose of this question, she may not be a Flair, otherwise Natty is married to Rick. Alexa is the jealous middle child. Dana is the forgotten middle child. Mandy is Charlotte's even more evil stepsister. Lana is the status-obsessed aunt. Liv is the cool cousin.
Seems legit.
He just said thoughts on this theory was what the question was, I guess.
That's very elaborate. Scary if it all works out. I mean, granted, you have to make, like, some concessions here and take on some liberties, but yeah, I really like that, actually.
Natty used a time machine to go back to, like, the 80s when it would have been reasonable from an age perspective to go back and fuck Ric Flair and get pregnant and give birth to Charlotte back then.
Ew. If WWE ever starts to get really crazy with their universe, though, that should totally be the top women's storyline. Like,
Natalya was just revealed to be Charlotte's actual birth mother.
Oh my god!
Meanwhile, Lacey Evans was also revealed as Natalya's mother, also making her Charlotte's grandmother. It's
Amazing.
also been revealed in the past months that there are legitimate blood relations among every blonde woman in the WWE. More
Hot damn.
next week
Hot damn.
on Dragon Blonde Z.
Oh my god. Next question.
I just love the in a world where that statement is true, all of WWE's blondes are related.
Yeah.
Next question, though, from Mark is actually his fifth question because we skipped the third one and then went back to it. If a chicken and a half lays an egg and a half, and wait, what? If a chicken and a half lays an egg and a half in a day and a half, how much is a pound of butter?
12 ounces?
I mean, I think he means price. Like, how much does it cost?
Oh, $2.99?
Dude, you're really close. He actually said that the answer was $2.50. So, like, amazing guess.
Yeah.
Up next, we got one question from the Chief in this month. Recast Game of Thrones using current and former WWE superstars. And I picked a team because this is one we can chew on.
Okay. Well, I think for Jamie Lannister, I would want to do Edge.
Ooh, I like that already. Yes.
For Cersei, that's going to go in. For Cersei,
so fast, and you were just like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this boost. I'm just chilling."
Yeah. For Cersei, I would say Trish.
Oh, come on, Cersei Charlotte. That's so easy.
I actually really liked heel Trish though. I think she could pull off being like fucking villainous and horrible.
Yeah, but her version of being a villain is like, I'm hot, so I'm better than you. It's not like everyone that isn't me or my family is my enemy, so they can go fuck themselves. That's literally Charlotte.
I'd say for Jon Snow, I'm torn between either Seth or Roman. I'm gonna go Seth though. I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be someone likable, so I don't know about Roman.
Yeah. Tyrion. I mean, fuck Hornswoggle, right? I guess.
No. Tyrion. No. Tyrion is 100% Daniel Bryan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like I understand that like one of the coolest things Game of Thrones did was have actual like disabled representation. I get that, and Bryan isn't actually a dwarfism, like suffering from dwarfism, but he's just perfect for that role, you know. And like Hornswoggle's always been more of a comedic character, which we don't want Tyrion to be. So
true. Plus, I mean, CGI does miracles, so there you go.
Well, that too, yeah.
Let's see.
Man, you just made me realize, though, that pro wrestling has a serious problem with representation. I'm glad AEW is being more, like, forward thinking about it.
Yeah, AEW is really making great strides in that regard. Whatever you want to say negatively about the company, like, I'm definitely keeping an eye on that aspect, and so far they haven't disappointed. Let's see. Davos.
Oh.
I think Davos would be an older guy, so
let's see who is like the Davos. Mark Henry.
Ooh, I actually like that.
Yes, Mark Henry is the fucking sage of the WWE as far as I'm concerned. I love Mark Henry.
There you go. Joffrey.
Drew McIntyre, too easy.
Yeah, I almost
literally got his face, John.
I mean, I would almost want to make Drew McIntyre either Sandor or like the Mountain himself. Yeah.
I know. Just from like a size perspective, it makes no sense. But I just wanted to make my Drew McIntyre literally has King Joffrey's face joke.
Yeah, there you go.
I used to legitimately want Drew to have a King Joffrey gimmick before he grew the beard out.
You know what? I'll just say Miz because he's been a heel longer than he's been a face. So. Yeah, I'll go Miz for Joffrey.
That's a decent pick. Yeah, I like that. I was thinking, like, are there any like really like young snooty? Like, I know we said WWE, but can we just get MJF to play Joffrey?
Oh, because it's any wrestler, right? It's not just WWE,
well, no, you
right?
did specify WWE superstars, which is why I'm like, that would be so much better.
Right, MJF would be fucking perfect.
Right.
Let's see.
Damn.
Arya. I almost want to make Arya
Bailey?
like Sasha or something. Well, Bailey's too likable instead of, Arya.
Well, Arya's likable.
I mean, but like Bailey, to me, I guess recently she's gotten more of an edge, but like I don't know. I just feel like Sasha's both likable and she has like a harder edge than Bailey does. So
I feel like
that would
Sasha.
work.
I don't know. From like a personality perspective, I don't know if Sasha fits Arya.
I could see your point a bit about
Honestly, Sansa
Bailey.
would be more of a bet for Sasha. That like I feel like Sansa's personality, at least in like the later seasons, fits
Right.
Sasha better. Like early season Sansa would be like fucking. That would be Bailey. That would be like I want to be a princess. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But she was also really annoying. So even then, I don't know if it would fit for Bailey. Alexa Bliss is early season Sansa.
Okay.
That's perfect. She literally wants to be a Disney princess. Like it's exact.
Right.
And then late season Sansa, when she gets to be like badass and cool and everyone loves her, that's Sasha.
And if they say like just present WWE superstars, or could they be past?
Then no, it's current and former.
Okay, so I'll say for Catelyn Stark, maybe Alundra Blaze.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. I really like that. It's really interesting. I was also thinking maybe like a Molly Holly, but I like your idea way better.
Who do you think for Braun, man? I wanted to kind of hear.
Oh, for Braun. Oh, dude, yes. Braun was one of my favorite characters. Kevin Nash.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes.
I love that so much. That's perfect.
Just imagine Kevin Nash just being like, "Oh, don't be such a dumb cunt."
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I almost want because I still want to like make my picks for like Sandor and the Mountain, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go. Even though I said like Drew would be perfect, I think for the Mountain, I actually want to go Samoa Joe. I actually want to go with that.
I mean, I would agree with you if Joe was just bigger. He was just so small. I would say Braun for Gregor.
Yeah, I think that's a fair
I would
point.
say Braun for Gregor and Drew for Sandor would be perfect.
Yeah, because they're already. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Who else?
Who's Ramsey
Baelish.
Bolton?
Oh, Ramsey. Ramsey. Fuck.
Who's like? I would say Fabulous Moolah, but she's dead. But what
Yeah.
I was gonna say, who's like the most vile piece of shit that you just want to see get destroyed? Vince McMahon. No, he's too old.
Trying to think.
Yeah. Oh man, I almost want to say Lars.
Yeah, you know what? I'll
But
fucking
the
go with
whole
that.
point of Ramsey is that he's not physically intimidating. So that I don't know. Character-wise, it would work. Build and appearance-wise, it definitely would not.
Right.
Who
Maybe
are we casting as Jon Snow again? Have we decided?
I said Seth.
You
That
said
was kind of-
Seth. I kind of like Seth, but I don't know. We can keep going through this question because this is going to be a question we take a little longer to answer. I can already tell because I'm having fun with this. Apparently.
All right, I'm getting ready up.
Man, who is like just like the most? God, I really wish we could go outside WWE because I'd make Juice Robinson my Jon Snow.
Yeah, totally.
But in WWE, it's a lot more difficult. Who's like a badass side character? Jorah! Buddy Murphy is Jorah Mormont.
Okay.
And it even fits with the whole, like, wanting to get with someone and it not working out thing, because he and Alexa broke up recently, so.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
So. Oh, Oberyn Martell is Andrade, 100%.
Yes. And his
Dude,
wife
that
can
makes
even...
me want to see Andrade versus Braun now.
Yeah. And even though they're like, according to her in interviews anyway, I've got more of a brother-sister relationship like in the E, I would still have like Zelina B, fucking Oberlin's like wife on the show.
Yeah. I hated her. I forget what her first name was, but I know her last name was Sands because there were a whole her and all the Sand Snakes were all bastard women. No! Oh, great job, dude. Yes, that should go in. Oh, baby.
Great job.
Ilaria Sand. That's what it was. Ilaria Sand was her name.
I can just tell you right now, just to lock this down, I would want Baelish to be Ric Flair. Like, I know older, but he ran fucking brothels, for God's sakes, and like, you know. Who would Varys be? Varys is one I've been kind of struggling with.
Varys? Oh, yeah, that is a good one. I feel like there aren't enough, like, really good conniving characters in WWE anymore. Everyone's just so fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's really frustrating, dude. And I know you know, like, I'm preaching to the choir here, but, like, I'm just doubling down. Like, it is really frustrating.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. I hear you 110%.
I love that Foster's like, well, if we went outside of WWE, one of the dragons would be Shingo. Shingo is Drogon. And then we can get, like, Dragon Lee as Viserion. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. It was, I don't know. I think, like, this would be a little more fun. Dude. Abel is perfect. I love Abel. He said his Vince Tywin. That's fucking perfect.
Yes.
And then we even have the built-in Vince McMahon versus Daniel Bryan feud with Tywin and Tyrion.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Abel, you're perfect.
Whoever plays Jon Snow, though, it has to be a shorter guy, because Jon, like, part of his character is, like, almost like a fucking Napoleon complex, you know?
Right. Nice job.
Yeah, Abel, that was amazing.
So you want to take Seth off the table then as Jon Snow? You want to keep that?
You can cast him as Jon Snow. I'm just not. I want Seth in you know. I'm not huge on Seth as Jon Snow because
I'm also thinking about who Daenerys would be.
Oh boy, yeah, that's a tough one. Got to be someone versatile. Maybe someone with a big ego. They've got to be really talented though, because they got to be able to basically carry the show for a while.
Yeah.
Well, not carry the whole show, but definitely carry their scenes. I don't know. I mean,
it's a shame they didn't book Charlotte differently. Like, it would be amazing if she was actually a character, like, with the name and everything, but she just can't put it together. And she just hasn't had, like, any success, but she knows, like, that championship is her destiny. Like, she's just like, no, I deserve to be women's champion, and it's going to happen for me. She goes on this big arc, but she's already been handed everything so much, like, that immediately disqualifies her.
Yeah.
God damn it. God damn it, Charlotte ruining our fantasy booking questions.
Yeah. Let's see. And Daenerys. Oh, fuck.
Maybe you know what?
Asuka, maybe?
I had a pick, but I don't like it, so I'm gonna keep thinking.
What were you gonna say, though?
I was gonna say Candace at one point, because it seemed like at one point she was getting maligned. Everybody was thinking about, like, Johnny, but now she's really becoming.
It seemed like it, but that never really came to fruition, did it?
No. Maybe Daenerys should be Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah, maybe we should be looking into the past more, because I've seen suggestions like Lita and AJ Lee that I like more than anyone we're thinking of right now.
Yeah, AJ Lee, I really like that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Mickie James would be a good one too, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, Mother of Dragons, Monday Night MILF.
Yes, there you go.
And the reason I say that though is because I know she could pull off the crazy scenes at the end of the series.
Totally.
But like you said, like AJ Lee could too. You know what, Kid Coheed? I like Mustafa Ali as Jon Snow. I really like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about casting Ali, honestly. I wanted to find a part for him, and I don't know, Jon Snow on yours, that actually sounds perfect.
I was even thinking about Kofi as Jon Snow, honestly, with how.
Yeah, I wanted to
he is
get Kofi a role too. Yeah, god damn it! Like, it's amazing how the WWE talent pool can be like so fucking deep with so many talents they don't use, and I feel like for this question, it just feels so shallow.
That's because, like, the reason it's deep is because of the actual wrestling talent, not necessarily because we think people would be good actors, you know?
Right, exactly.
Or because of characters. Like, that is the weakness of WWE right now, is characters. Why did you do that?
I'm gonna come around. And it's gonna roll up, or I thought it was gonna roll up. And there you go.
Alright. Who did you say you wanted to be Grey Worm? Ric Flair, that's right, Ric Flair.
Well, that was Baelish for me. Grey Worm, I didn't even cat. Oh my god,
there's Grey Worm. I actually mixed Littlefinger and Grey Worm.
How many more characters do we have to cast? I'm realizing now just how many characters this show.
I think we've done pretty well. I think once this game ends, we'll be done with this question.
All right.
I need to still arrive at it. But I will say though, Bray is a perfect Varys.
Yeah, I actually like that, especially with Bray's newer look. Yeah.
Bray is a really good choice for a Varys. I think I would definitely roll with that.
Especially given his Firefly Funhouse, he's already got his network of little birds.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. All right. We've had a lot of fun with this question, but I think we need to move on. We've been lingering. So, first question, we've got 5 from Super Blue. First up, how do you feel about WWE denying Luke Harper his release and extending his contract by 6 months due to his injury?
I think it's pretty shitty, honestly. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of many of the labor and or employment practices by the E. I'm going to pick a team. And yeah, I just hope that he gets released soon. What about you, Ashton?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely, like, I wonder if, like, he wanted to be released in time to be on Double or Nothing, and they were just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah. And instead they end up having to watch Moxley close the show, so.
Yeah.
GG, you fucking idiots.
Deserve, assholes.
Exactly.
I love how in agreement over this we are.
Well, no, just more and more by the day. Like, from an administrative side, I really am just like, fuck WWE. Oh, god damn it! I really am just like, fuck WWE. You know, it's just like, they're so full of shit. But, I guess when we can move on to the next question, we will.
Yeah, so the next question is actually a request. They're asking you to drop a fail bomb on the New York Islanders, I believe.
For what reason?
I'm gonna read it real quick once I score this goal.
Okay.
You fucker. I hate Gerwin. Oh, he's gonna hit it. Yep. Backing off again because he's gonna hit it again. This time it's gonna go. Fuck. That's you, brother. And that's
Got it.
Great job. Oh, wow! Wow! This time it was Outlaw. They're both pricks.
Wow. That, if it wasn't so sad, it'd be fucking hilarious.
There we go.
There we
go. Damn it, jam it in. Drop a fail bomb on the New York Islanders for sweeping Pittsburgh, only to get swept by Carolina in the second round.
Wow! You failed, Islanders! You failed!
Oh, man.
What a pack of fucking losers to let that
Sure,
happen.
you can handle the Pirates on the sea, but when it comes to the Hurricanes, you just can't make the cut.
Aw. I have a feeling we're going to lose this game. Just a bad feeling.
Oh, you fucker. Please hit this. Thank you. Oh, god damn it. Well, that gives me a chance to read another question.
Yeah, there you go.
If NXT TakeOver 25 was in Saudi Arabia, would you still watch or would you boycott?
I would want to boycott. I would personally tell Ash, I don't know how he feels about it, I would tell him that I don't want to do it. Yeah. I would tell him that, like, just fuck that.
The only reason that I would want to, I wouldn't watch it live. I would probably go back and watch the Adam Cole Gargano match, though.
You know what, though? What's terrifying about that question, I hope that's not a crystal ball in any way. Like...
Yeah.
Because with how much money they're making from the Saudi deal, how much would they be willing to give them in the end?
But that's just for WWE, though. That's not for NXT. And frankly, I wouldn't even be surprised if... the Pittsburgh Pirates are a baseball team. Penguins are the hockey team. But anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if the fucking Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia didn't even know what NXT was. You know what I mean?
That's true, because he's a fan of some legends that are dead.
Yeah,
so
like, we want Yokozuna. Oh, sorry, fam.
Yeah. Rip.
Yokozuna's not going to be able to make the show. Well, why the hell not? Make him get his fat ass off his couch. Well, no, he's not with us anymore. Oh. That awkward oh. All right, next question. Should the WWE kill the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and move the match back to WrestleMania? And if that's not the answer, what is? And he also did specify that he thinks that they should have the women's Money in the Bank have its own pay-per-view, or not have its own, be on Evolution if they have it, or if they would move WrestleMania to 2 days, be on the first day, that kind of thing. So he's trying to find ways for them to be able to fit both men's and women's Money in the Bank matches at WrestleMania. What do you think, John?
I mean, listen, like, and this is coming from a guy that adores Money in the Bank. We just got through me saying, like, how it's my favorite pay-per-view of the year and all that shit, until they shit in my mouth with that finish.
Yeah, that's probably that's probably what inspired this question, that finish.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't mind it. As long as the men and the women keep getting, you know, their gimmick matchup, I'd be cool with that. And plus, I do think it addresses a problem that I haven't heard raised in recent years. But I know, like, a while back, I used to hear people all the time being like, you know, TLC and Hell in a Cell and these gimmick pay-per-views, like, they lower the prestige of the matches themselves and this and that. And, like, I don't know, if you save the women's Money in the Bank for Evolution, which I'm very disappointed that Evolution isn't a yearly thing with how successful the first one was.
Dude, I love how they like, oh, we're going to have an all-women's pay-per-view to make up for them not being able to work the Saudi Arabia shows, and they're just like, once.
Yeah, one time. Because we got fucking money to make.
Meanwhile, we're going on our third Saudi Arabia show.
Nice, nice.
So hard. My demo was the MVP!
Yeah, listen to you. But what was it? Oh yeah, so I'd be in favor of it. Women's Money in the Bank at Evolution, if they actually had the decency to make it a yearly thing, and men's at WrestleMania, I'd be cool with that. So
shit. I actually recorded Super Blue's 5th question wrong, so I'm gonna have to go look during our next break. Hopefully, it'll be right now. Actually.
Hooray!
Yeah!
Great job.
Okay, Super Blue, what was your 5th question? Did you even ask a 5th question? With Brock not cashing in at WWE big bucks for old fucks, 3, what is the worst thing that could happen with him cashing in between now and Money in the Bank next year?
I could tell you the worst thing if it happens, if Bray ends Seth's title reign and then Brock would cash in on Bray. Like, I think that would kill, like, a lot of his fucking momentum. So immediately that comes to my mind as, like, the worst thing Brock could do.
Yeah, he even said the first is Kofi beating Roman to keep the title only for Brock to cash in and win. The second and even worse option is Kofi and Seth fighting for both world titles only for Brock to cash in and win them both.
Yeah, that's immediately the worst option, that second one.
I would say it's Brock just doesn't show up and then cashes in at WrestleMania and wins the title next year.
Ooh.
Like, and that's the next time we see him, is him cashing in to win the title at next year's WrestleMania.
And then you could just hear the collective no and the heartbreak again. How many times?
Brock Lesnar ruins 2 pay-per-views inside a calendar year. More at 8.
Yeah. How many times have WWE fans have had to stitch their hearts back together? I swear to God.
Thanks, Vince. And where's Wes to be like, oh, now I get it?
Yeah. No, poor Wes would be like, Vince isn't the problem, okay, guys? He's doing the best he can.
It's toxic mess fanlinity.
Yeah. It's the toxic fandom that feels the need to complain about everything, but we like our full-time performers.
Fuck!
Fuck dude, you, Gerwin!
We are getting fucking destroyed in this game. What is happening?
I don't know, man. Look, man, some stages are better than others, I guess. I mean, hell, at fucking Throwback, we did 13-1 today, so...
I want a peanut butter cup. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get to our next question as soon as this game ends, or if you score again here.
I probably won't, but thankfully the timer's almost out. Oh. And there we go.
Guess what, John?
What's that?
Our next question is from Rotten Butter, and it's the first one from Rotten Butter.
That's so easy. I'll go first on this one, fam. So yeah, pretty much the usual. I've read some philosophy. I was actually getting into some stuff I was enjoying before I came down with food poisoning. That's something else I did this month. I got food poisoning twice.
Twice.
I'm a fucking legend.
That's why we didn't go live for Monday Night Raw this past week, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I've been dealing with food poisoning. You know, I love showing up for you guys, and you know, it's not you guys personally. I was just too damn sick, and I'm not gonna like fucking underdeliver. Great
job, dude.
The big thing I did this month with my family, we watched HBO's Barry. Actually, I'm gonna talk to. I doubt Jordan Amos is in the chat. I need to talk to him at some point and ask him if he's a fan of the show, because he actually goes to theater school and stuff, and like, you know, I wonder if he's Jordan Amos.
I don't think he's here right now.
He's a really good dude, but I
like Jordan.
I'm curious if he's familiar with the show. Damn. And can we do it? Can we do it? Yeah. If he's familiar with the. Yeah, me and the family watched the whole first season. I fucking love it, and I'm assuming Ashton's gonna love it because I know he even said, looking at the cast, like there are a lot of people in it that he's a fan of.
Yeah, so I really like Bill Hader, so I'm assuming I'll like it.
He's so good at it, dude. He's good.
He's in It too, dude.
That's amazing. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Me and Ashton watched. Me, him, and Mom. We did It, which was really good. Like, I really just want to go out of my way, guys, and say that was a really well paced.
We're talking about the
movie.
2017 It, by the way, guys, not the 1990 version.
Exactly.
Which
really
I will say, I've seen the 1990 version, and it's pretty good too. So I'm not trying to take a dump on that. It's a good couple of, like, a 2-part movie basically. But
yeah,
to me, the one that we watched was much better, not just because it had better graphics and shit, but also because it actually stayed more true to the novel, to the Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
To the first half of it. And it seems like the second movie is going to be more true to the second half of the Stephen King novel than the 1990 version was as well. So they are really kicking ass with these movies as far as staying true to the novels, which is really cool.
Absolutely. So that was another thing that was done. Obviously, Rocket League, which we're doing right now, played a shit ton of that always.
Kid Kohi did say, as someone who read the book and is in love with it, that 90s version was ass. So I guess it wasn't as good as I thought it was. But then again, I mean, I saw it over a decade ago, so it might be like weird made-up memories kind of deal.
I'll tell you some of the shit from the book, because I haven't read the book, but I've like heard things about the book. Stephen King, man. I need to hook you up with somebody, Steven, because that's some fucked up shit. We also watched on Netflix See You Yesterday. I liked it. I know Ashton wasn't too big on it.
Yeah, I wanted to like it, but it was like, very early on, I was like, oh god, this feels like a Disney Channel original movie, and it ended up being worse than a Disney Channel
That's true. Movie. That was like the first thing he said about the movie. Yeah, like barely 2 minutes in.
Well, just the dialogue just felt very Disney Channel original movie to me. And believe me when I tell you, I've watched my fair share of Disney Channel original movies. Like, The Luck of the Irish, Wish Upon a Star, and fucking Smart House could probably go on that list of movies that I've watched the most in my life.
Yo, Smart House was actually a good Disney Channel original
I also, like those movies, like Genius, H-E double hockey sticks, My Date with the President's Daughter. Like, I am all about the Disney Channel original movies. And fucking See You Yesterday felt like one of them. Except it felt like a bad one.
As you can see, I'm an aficionado on the subject, with which I comment.
Thanks, bud.
And
appreciate the commentary.
So yeah, we did that movie. We're doing Parks and Rec. We got through. Did we get through both seasons 2 and 3 in this month?
Wait, dude, I think we're on like season 5.
Are we? I feel like we're still only on season 4, aren't we? Yes.
Pretty sure we're on season 5.
Let me.
Because there are 7 seasons of. I'm pretty sure we're on season 5 though.
Let me see real quick. regardless, we've done a lot of Parks and Rec. So that's been fun. Oh, I've watched the latest Black Mirror trailer, and all of the like mini trailers for each episode, which has been really cool. And so yeah, I've really been enjoying that. And yeah, you're actually right. We're on the first episode of season 5. That's why I couldn't remember, because we actually didn't get deep into it. But we still have yet to like officially start it for there.
Well, that just means that we've gotten all the way through season 4 and then stopped.
Yeah. Gonna go in. No,
so we haven't.
Yes,
actually,
it is.
Oh, great job, dude. We haven't actually watched any season 5 episodes yet, but it's been like the whole thing with Leslie's running for city council was. I really enjoyed watching everyone else because like I'm not a big fan of the Leslie Knope character, but I really enjoyed watching it. Like my 3 favorite characters in the show are Ron Swanson, April, and Andy. Those are the 3 best characters in the show, in my opinion.
Yeah. And like that
might also have to do with just how much I love those actors. Like I fucking love Chris Pratt and Aubrey.
Aubrey Plaza, is it?
Yeah, Plaza. Thank you. And I mean, obviously, Ron. I don't even know what Ron Swanson's actor's name is, but it doesn't matter.
Nick Offerman.
Swanson. Like I said, it doesn't matter. He's Ron Swanson. That's all I care about. Oh,
yeah.
God damn it.
But Aubrey Plaza is actually funny because she's going to be in the like Child's Play reboot, and I'm really curious like how.
I saw that. I saw a trailer for that. Literally, like it might have even just been last night. I saw the trailer for that, or this week at least, like on a Raw or SmackDown or something.
Yeah, I've seen.
It doesn't look good to me. I've never been into Child's Play movies, but I do like Aubrey Plaza. She's really good.
Yeah. What else have I done?
But honestly, like everything I've seen her in, I don't know if I've ever seen her in a role that I like her in more than I like her as April in Parks and Rec.
Right. Oh yeah, I guess something else that I've done.
And yeah, Kid Coheed said Rob Lowe's character. That's Chris Trigger.
Yeah, Chris Trigger and Perkins. But I guess something else I've done this month, and then I'll hand it over formally to Ashton, is I've gotten really hooked on this one philosophy podcast called Philosophize This. Really great philosophy podcast that does an excellent job explaining, concepts and certain ideas and stuff like that. So I guess it kind of is a retread on Brandon's question. And plus, I just love the guy's personality. I feel like when you do a podcast on like really technical or like academic material, whether like science, philosophy, or whatever, you've got to bring a certain charisma to it, a certain panache, if you will. And that podcast certainly has it. So I've become quite a fan.
Certain je ne sais quoi.
I was going to say that, but then I figured somebody else would, and you did. So there you go. And so is there anything you want to add on your personal month that you have done, sir?
Well, shit. What do I do? I spend most of my time... You know what I will say? I did discover a YouTube channel that talks about Game of Thrones that's really cool. I don't remember what it is, but they've, like, straight up interviewed George R.R. Martin before, so I've been enjoying that. God. I'm always so bad at these. What games have I even played? What game have I been... Oh, Minecraft. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, but specifically, like, I'm not playing just, like, regular old Minecraft. I'm playing a mod pack called SevTech. That's been at SevTech Ages. It's actually the mod pack that we're watching Arcus and Co. play on Twitch, John.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've been playing through that mod pack pretty much all month, actually. It's like the post-draft, take it easy and enjoy yourself time. Like, draft is over. Not going to have to worry about draft season again for another, like, 8 to 10 months. So I'm kind of chill a little bit. And in doing so, I've been playing SevTech. It's so rewarding, though, because, like, God, I really hope I don't lose our entire audience by talking about this. But, John, you know how in Minecraft, the first thing you do is punch a tree to get wood. And then you can turn the wood into wooden tools, and then you can use the wooden tools to get rocks or to get stone, make stone tools, that kind of shit. Well, in this version of the game, if you punch a log, you get nothing. Like, you can't mine wood with your fist in SevTech. You have to use an axe. And the only way to get an axe is to craft one using a piece of flint, a piece of fiber, and a stick. Like a proper, actual way that you could make axe. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so, and that's just like a small example of why this mod pack is so rewarding, because it asks you to take extra steps. Oh, I picked a team, by the way. Yeah, there you are. To take extra steps to do things kind of a more difficult way, but once you actually get through doing it, it's like, oh, God, I really worked for that. That felt good.
Exactly. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's what I've been spending a lot of my time on. God, I haven't spent much time other than that. Now that I think about it, so it's been kind of a chill month for me, and that's mostly again because it's like that post-draft lull. I mean, I have spent numbers looking at football-related spreadsheets. I have spent time on that. It's not like I just am not doing it at all, but rather than doing it, 12 hours a day, I'm doing it like 3 or 4 hours a day now instead.
Ah, all right then.
Oh boy, that wasn't great.
Let's see.
There we go.
All right, I guess we can move on to Rotten Butter's next question when we score here.
Yeah, which might take a while, I don't know.
Probably.
You're so blunt.
I just always assume the worst, fam. I feel like it's gotten me pretty far in life. I mean, I'm 27, so not too bad.
Nope, not gonna go in. Oh shit. Okay.
That's not gonna go in, yeah.
No, yeah. I will say, God, I did discover 2 rock bands this month that I like. One of them, Dorothy was the one, and I really like pretty much everything they make. Like, their music is awesome. And then the other one that I've already kind of cooled off on, but I enjoyed for a moment in time, was called Rival Sun. And I will say, John, I've also been listening to a little Alter Bridge lately, too. So.
Oh, nice, nice.
Not new, but still stuff that I've been consuming lately.
Absolutely.
Are we really taking this fucking long to score? Jesus Christ. That's you.
Let's see if I can score again.
That's gonna bounce. There we go.
Yes. There we go. Next question, please.
What are some of the worst ways you've seen real world events written into wrestling storylines?
Oh God.
The death of Charlotte's brother, with fucking Paige randomly bringing it up in the build to their TLC match, which was dumb as shit.
Yeah, that was really bad. That was really bad. Let me think. Yeah, that's actually a really good answer. What have I seen?
I'll also say Natalia's dad dying and fucking Ruby Riott working it into their storyline was dumb.
Yeah, pretty much like any wrestling death, because like I just feel like it's such cheap heat. Like they really, like after Eddie's death, they really were like fucking shameless about it. Really bad. No, it's not. God damn it, they're gonna push it out.
Eddie's not in heaven, Ray. He's down there.
In hell.
Was that Batista or Orton? I forget.
That was Orton, and Batista was Eddie's dead. So yeah, pretty much any wrestler death. I'll co-sign onto that answer with me bringing up like the whole Eddie Guerrero thing.
Yeah. All right. So next question is, where do babies come from? Penises and vaginas.
Pretty much, yeah. But my mommy said it was the store. Yeah, well, your mommy wants you to stay stupid.
Yeah, it was a feel to know that your mother lied to you. I hope you never trust her again.
Oh yeah, and congratulations, you've been lied to in a country with shit healthcare. So good luck getting therapy for that, you fucking loser. Amazing.
Oh, that's a good setup.
That should drop in time, and then we can get to our next question. Oh! Probably a score on us, so we can still get to our next question.
Oh, wait, no. Fuck, they're still going to score, god damn it! Yes! Great job, dude. Holy shit.
Have no fear, I'm better than them.
Thanks, MJ John. M. John F. Oh, my God.
And I scored. And I scored. Next question,
We've got
please.
5 questions from Iconic Player 1. First off, should the UN be disbanded?
Oh, God. That's something that even with my political leanings, I honestly don't know the answer. You know what? I'd say yes. I'd say yes, because I feel like the UN primarily, like the two powerful nations, like U.S. and Israel, things constantly seem to go, like, within their interests.
Come on. We fought so hard.
In the end, it didn't even matter.
What was this? They didn't even juke you. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, honestly, yeah, because I don't know if, like,
Well,
if without the UN, yeah, I saved it, all right? If without the UN, the U.S. would be able to get away with half the bullshit that it does. And plus, it's kind of proven itself to be useless with things that actually...
What the fuck?
With things that actually matter. Like, for example, I think there was, like, a measure, like, about hate speech or, like, classifying... It was something about, like, either classifying a hate group or hate speech. And, like, the U.S. said no, and I think it was something to do with, like, Nazis. And it was like, wow.
Of course.
You know, like,
how ironic
fucking
that the fucking U.S. fought against the Nazis in World War II, and now we're just like, you know what? We need to stand up for Nazis. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Nazis, protected class, yeah. So, you know what? Fuck the UN. I say, yeah, you know what? Disband it. But I will qualify. This is a very uneducated opinion, but just some things that I've seen come out of the UN, I really don't see the point. Do you have more of a substantive take, friend?
No, my answer to this question is and was always going to be, I don't know enough about the situation to give an educated answer on it, so I'm just not going to give an answer at all.
Well, there you go. That's probably what I should have done and saved us some time, but I hope I at least made it entertaining for you.
You're always entertaining, John.
Crazies!
That's the one thing that you're incapable of, is not being entertaining. God fucking damn it! Second question from Iconic. Debut the Money in the Bank ladder match at any other WWE era, and who would be the 6 participants from that time?
Debuting it maybe in
I'm gonna let we're both gonna do this like separately. Like you're gonna do it, like you're gonna pick an era and pick your participants, and then I'm gonna pick an era and do my participants.
Now, what era does the Money in the Bank ladder match as a concept properly belong? Is that like Ruthless Aggression?
Ruthless Aggression, yeah.
Okay. Then I would just go back one era. I would say Attitude Era. And my 6 participants would be, and now somebody please correct me if a performer I've picked doesn't fit with the Attitude Era. K-Quick, so like R-Truth, but when he was like performing in the Attitude Era.
That's like late Attitude Era, but I'll let you have it.
Yeah. D'Lo Brown.
That fits.
Let's see. Ken Shamrock.
That fits for sure.
Does Shawn Michaels doesn't fit, right? Or does
no.
Actually,
he literally only missed the Attitude Era. Like, he left right before the Attitude Era properly kicked off and came back as soon as, like, right after the Attitude Era ended.
Then I'd say Triple H.
Okay. So
I have K-Quick, Brown, Shamrock, Triple H. So that's 4. 5 and 6. Edge. And
keeps the lineage alive.
Absolutely. And God, who else? I want like a junior heavyweight, but I want a junior heavyweight that I would. Oh, you know what? I would say Taka. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do either Taka or fucking Perry Saturn wasn't a light heavyweight, was he? No.
Yeah. Well, he in WWE, I think he was. All the Radicals were.
Yeah, I'll do Perry Saturn. It's like a clusterfuck Money in the Bank, but you said 6, and there's your 6, and Attitude Era. So what about you, Ashton?
Yeah, I'm gonna go actually kind of similar, but I'm gonna say mid '90s WCW, and by mid I mean like up to but not including '98.
Okay.
Like 95 to 97, I would say, like 96 to 95, somewhere in that range, right?
Okay.
Because they didn't specify that it had to be an era of WWE.
Oh, that's true. WCW could have gotten there first.
Yeah. So My 6, and this is going to be crazy because these guys were all fucking mid-carders at the time. Mick Foley,
Okay.
Steve Austin, Chris Benoit,
Okay.
Eddie Guerrero,
Nice.
Chris Jericho, and Rey Mysterio.
Ooh, the work rate of that ladder match.
Right, dude? They were all fucking mid-carders in WCW at a point. It's crazy.
Damn.
I don't think they ever actually overlapped, so they wouldn't have all been in the company at the same time like that, but just for the sake of era, I want to go there.
All right. Well, I really liked our answers to that question. So
yeah, that was fun. I'm glad you got Attitude Era, too.
Yeah. As soon as we score again, which that may be anywhere from right now to in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Yeah. And is it? Yeah, there we go.
Third question from Iconic. How do you see the upcoming fourth wrestling war between WWE and AEW going down? And he specified that the first 3 wrestling wars. First one was Vince versus the territories. The second one was WWF versus WCW, and I disagree with the third one, but apparently he originally had it as being 3, but was pressured into adding this as the third one by the TWitWoW fans in Discord, WWE versus TNA.
Well,
that wasn't so much a war as it was like a fucking slaughter.
Yeah. No, please, we won't do it again. You're damn right you won't. No!
I dare you to try us again. We'll bring out the big guns, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart's reunion.
Oh, God. No, I mean, look, and it's not because I want it to be true or that I'm enthusiastic that it's true. It just seems to be a fact of life. I keep saying people that say, like, words like competitor and war. Like, it's even funny you say AEW because by all accounts, I feel like New Japan's a bigger threat to WWE at this point. Like they've been patient. They've been, like, established in Japan for fucking ever, it seems like. They're just now expanding into the U.S., which I feel like the expansion so far has been successful. I'm really curious what their first G1 show, like for the G1 Climax in Texas, is going to, what kind of business it's going to do. But, you know, AEW is the startup. It's got billions. I also get why people would make that argument. It's going to take time. But I will say this. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't around for the Monday Night War. I obviously wasn't around for the territories. But it seems like if they were a part, not being WWE, if they were a part of all 3 wars, they've been able to go to war 3 times for a reason.
Because they keep winning.
They keep winning, exactly.
You know what, though, dude? Here's my thing, right? Here's my argument for why... First of all, I agree with you that it's not necessarily a war, but if it was a war, there has never been a better time in history to start up a war with WWE. Because, first of all, Vince buying up the territories, that wasn't a war. That was exactly what it sounds like. That was a fucking buyout. Like, he was literally going around offering to buy the contract of all of the different territories' biggest stars, and they might not have known it at a time, or even if they did, they were still willing to go along with it because of the money, but he was doing it so that he could basically end competition. He wanted to monopolize the wrestling world. And really the only promotion, the only territory they didn't go along with it was the fucking NWA, and they ended up becoming WCW. So really, that wasn't a war. That was a buyout. WCW versus WWE was WWF, I should say, was absolutely a war, but that didn't end because WWF was objectively better. That ended because WCW managed themselves into a hole and then got bought out by fucking AOL. Like, we can't even, like, did the WWF technically win as far as just, like, being the one to survive? Yes. But did they win in the sense that, like, they were the reason that WCW went under? Hell the fuck no.
Right.
And, I mean, frankly, the whole TNA thing is a joke for 2 reasons. First of all, they were never even close to being able to compete with WWE. They weren't even close in the ratings, none of that shit. But second of all, they're not dead.
Yeah.
Like, we could look back in 30 years and WWE, you know, finally decides to close up shop and TNA's still alive and kicking, and we're just like, well, I guess TNA won that war after all.
Which, if you were really go that far, it was purely a war of attrition. They were able to
and
outlast them.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, though. Is like these quote unquote wrestling wars are never what people think they are. Like the only one that really was WCW, and even then, again, I can't emphasize enough. WWF, like, they stepped their shit up, and they were going out of their way to put on an edgier product that appealed to a college crowd, basically, rather than appealing to old fucks and babies the way they do today. But that does not mean that they were the reason that WCW went out of business. WCW was the reason WCW went out of business. They fucked themselves over.
Right, yeah.
They managed themselves into the fucking dirt. So I really don't think that we should look at this as a war, but if you do want to look at it as a war, whoever wins is going to be the one that doesn't fuck up first. And at this point, the reason that I'm saying, like, if you were going to go to war with WWE, this is the time to do it, is because WWE seems very likely to fuck themselves over and to screw up and be the ones to ruin themselves right now more than ever.
Right. Yeah, I can see all that logic.
So.
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion, or do you want me to move on?
Oh, we can move on, man. I loved everything you said. Nothing to add.
Ever since the Maze Runner movie series, there's been a slumber in book-to-movie adaptations. Which book series next to get converted to Hollywood? Picked a scene, by the way. Yep.
I did as well. I'll go first on this because it's very easy. I'm going to go with my favorite young adult series as a kid. This actually, the more I think about it, these books I think actually had a significant influence on my political leanings, like later in life. In fact, I would even say that these books might have been the initial germination of me ultimately being like radicalized into like leftist ideology. Even though I guarantee you, if I asked the author what her political bent was, she's probably a liberal. And that would be the Shadow Children series by Margaret Peterson Haddix. I think for the time period, given what a hellscape the U.S. has become, it's like the perfect film tonally speaking, because it's about an authoritarian state that's outlawed like every third-born child, and they're like hunted down by this shadowy police force known as the Population Police, where they take and detain these kids and torture them and kill them. And like it's about this group of quote-unquote shadow children, so like every third-born thereafter, banding together to like resist this authoritarian regime. And I think that'd be a fucking amazing film adaptation, because I think there are like, I want to say 5 to 7 books, and I devoured them as a kid. So if they did a film adaptation, especially because there actually seem to be a lot of quality child actors today, if you get a talented cast, that would kick ass. I'd be all about that. So
yeah, that does sound really compelling. I would definitely watch that.
Absolutely. And the thing is, though, and I can't stress this enough, like, you really couldn't make it like cheesy or like so much like action adventure. Like, you could have those elements in there, I guess, because it's Hollywood and you're going to take artistic liberties with the source material, but like, it's some heavy shit. When I tell you guys, in fact, while I'm on this subject and while we're just playing here, and we've like answered certain questions long-winded anyway, so I'm going to use my card here. I rarely cry from books. I cry way more at movies and TV shows than books. The first Shadow Children series book, with how that ended, actually had me in tears. It was so fucking powerful. I was so heartbroken. I was like, holy fuck, it destroyed me. And I'm just thinking about that being effectively adapted to film, and it'd be so good. So good. Like, I was reading those books.
Well, and especially, like, you said that was the first Shadow Children book. That fits perfectly too, because now movie-going audiences have been kind of almost trained to understand a movie with a very, very like dreary, sad ending. Like you just said that it broke your heart. Well, fucking Thanos says, bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, audiences have been taught, like, it's okay for the bad guy to win. You just have to keep watching these movies. Well, fucking A, man. You get that sad ending in that first Shadow Children movie and make people want to see the second one.
Absolutely. Like, it does end on a bit of a hopeful note, I guess, for the protagonist we follow, but they
cut the hopeful ending and save it for the second movie.
Yeah. You could even actually, with the way it ends, you could actually open the second movie with that ending and just lead right into the second book.
Exactly.
Like,
yep.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about the series is it doesn't just follow one protagonist. Like, it follows one protagonist the majority of the time, but other characters do get their own books. So I don't know if you'd want those to be like side projects or if you'd want them to be all like in the same universe. I'm just saying there's a lot of fucking potential with those books.
Yeah.
And almost want to kind of tweet at her now and be like, hey, so any chance, since you're not making any more books since the series concluded, that we could get a film adaptation maybe?
I'm sure it's in talks. I mean, you would hope, right?
I mean, dude, it was so good, but I have no idea. I know she's like still writing. And I'm actually curious if like any of her books have had film adaptations, and that's not going to go in. God damn it! But what about you, man? I'm curious what books you would pick now that I'm going to kind of shut my trap here.
You know what? There was a book that I read when I was in high school, and I remember the character names, but I don't remember the name of the book. I'm going to have to Google character names once we score again.
All right. Well, that might just be in a moment here if I can finagle this right. And no, I did not. And did you? And you did. Awesome.
I'm looking it up. Oh. The Crystal Shard. That was the name of the book. That was actually the name of the book that I read, was The Crystal Shard. That was what it's called. And I'm actually finding out now that it's a part of the Forgotten Realms series, which is fucking Dungeons and Dragons based. So there you go.
Oh, no. Well, that's an easy adaptation there, working with that whole, like, fantasy elements, especially, if you get, like, even close to a Game of Thrones budget, I'm sure you could do a lot with that, so.
I mean, that's asking a lot, but it would be pretty cool.
Absolutely. So I guess when we score again, we'll move on to our next question.
Fuck!
Damn you. I'm assuming that was Beast. I'm gonna
you got this? Oh, that was not great. I'm going up for this.
And can you? And you did.
Fuck you both. Please, yes. Oh my god. But yeah, the Forgotten Realms, I guess, would be my answer then, as far as what the next would be. Whew, man, that was exhausting.
Yeah, it was, fam.
All right, 15 seconds, and then we can get to our next question. Or earlier, if we score here. Which we're going to.
Crazies.
Final question from Iconic. Who will be the next big bad of the MCU?
Oh, we were just talking about this like a few weeks ago. I'm personally hoping Doctor Doom, but I'm going to say more objectively it'll probably be Galactus.
That's pretty much my answer exactly. Yeah, I would expect I would love for it to be Doctor Doom, but I'm totally expecting it to be the Galactus. Yeah, cuz like the argument against Galactus that I've seen is basically like, oh, well, you can't go from somebody who threatens the entire universe to somebody who you only care about because he's threatening your planet specifically.
Right.
But like, from a more,
can't you though?
from a more localized perspective, like as a citizen of Earth, wouldn't you be more worried about somebody literally devouring your entire planet and killing off the entire population than you would be if someone was going to snap their fingers and kill off half the population? Like,
yeah,
like being much more like local centric and like focusing more on what the people of Earth would care about. You're going to care more about someone threatening to kill everyone on the planet than someone trying to kill half the people on the planet.
Which, to just respond to that argument, I'm going to pick a team, by the way. I don't remember really the Avengers caring about, like, Thanos until they knew, like, their planet was in his crosshairs anyway. Like, so, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point, yeah.
Yeah, like,
so
it's not like they knew.
I really do think it's going to be Galactus. So, if it's not Galactus, though, I mean, really, and even if, like, as far as, like, a first choice goes, definitely Dr. Doom.
Oh my god, yes.
But the beautiful thing is that both characters are Fantastic Four centric, so we are like, both of us are like, all right, let's use this next big villain to kind of introduce the Fantastic Four and like the Fox properties in general into the MCU.
Yes. Oh man.
I don't know if you saw, but there was a line in Endgame about a subterranean, like an earthquake in the ocean or something like that. People are saying that that is them hinting at Namor the Submariner,
Oh, okay.
who's a mutant, so it would be like an X-Men thing.
Oh shit. All right.
So that was like the first hint that we're going to be getting mutants in the MCU. I think that's really cool. And they
Yeah, I
did it in a
definitely
way
think
too that's like low key enough that they could just pass it off as like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. Like it's not actually a thing for anything.
that. Right.
Like if they want to go through with it, it's genius. If they don't want to go through with it, it's nothing. Got this? Great job. Next question though, we've got 3 from Races Fan Rocks.
Okay.
First of which is, why is WWE afraid to create new stars?
I don't know if fear is necessarily the word. I'd say more ineptitude and maybe even impatience. Because, like, the moment the ratings dip or they go through a period where ratings are dropping, rather than, like, trusting in their stars and being like, okay, we've just got to write better things for them, we've got to make better stories, it's like, oh, let's bring in Brock or Rock or let's bring in Mick to cut a promo. You know, people love their legends. And it's like, it's a short-term solution for a long-term problem. It's a Band-Aid on a fucking gaping wound, you know? And I just...
Why were you over there? Did you get hit?
I don't think so. But I just feel like, you know, WWE doesn't have faith in the stars that they do have, and so I think it's like it's not even like an incapability, although you could argue that to an extent with how bad the writing can be sometimes, as much as it is just like impatience with the stars that they have to become those next, you know, big great stars, and just, I guess, you know, the ineptitude of like how to handle it all. So that's really what it comes down to for me. What about you, Ashton? How do you feel about all this?
Yeah, I mean, I do think that there is a level of fear to it from Vince because of the Brock situation. Like, he created the star in Brock Lesnar, and then he just kind of up and left. And that's like at the same time that Austin and Rock left too, so it was like the last hope that he had. And like
Right.
he created Cena and Batista and Edge and Orton, and now Orton is the one that no one cares about. Plus, he's got the 2 strikes. Edge is retired because he can't go anymore at all, and Batista and Cena are fucking movie stars. So like, all of Vince's biggest creations for the last 20 years are not like they're not wrestling anymore. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
Except, you know, Orton's doing it, but no one gives a shit. You know.
Yeah.
So I think that it's definitely there's definitely some fear to it because Vince is just afraid to make a new star because he doesn't want anyone to ever get bigger than the company ever again.
Yeah, but like, I feel like when you've got the name brand, I almost feel like somebody becoming a bigger than your company is in a weird way like a testament to your company's success. Because when you have the name brand value that WWE does, and you're able to have a career there, and you go and you do other things, like, why wouldn't you embrace that? Like if I was Vince, right, I'd be like, hey, we're gonna make you into a fucking star. You know, you're gonna carry my company. You're gonna make me a shit ton of money, and then when you're done, you can do practically whatever the fuck you want. Like, see, this is what I don't understand. And this is coming from a guy with an associate's degree in business administration, so take with it what you will. I don't understand why you don't use perceived liabilities as fucking assets. Because I would really be that company. Like, look at the movie stars that we've been able to make because our brand allowed these people to go and do these other things. Like, now think about what you would love to do with our brand post wrestling. Because, you know, they always tell people, oh, make sure you go to school and shit and do all of that. But, like, if whatever they pursue their education in, if that doesn't interest them, then the fallback is, well, hey, this company is so big that if you give us the best work that you can give us and we work with you along the way to help that work matter, then when this is all said and done and you've had your final match, you can have a life after wrestling that's fucking beautiful. Even if it's a lie. I mean, it's fucking Vince. Of course it's going to be a lie on some level, you know? But, like, I would fucking sell people on the dream rather than be petrified of it.
Yeah, like, you can, like, point to, like, The Rock, John Cena, Batista. Like, these are all people that got their start with us and are now making it big in Hollywood. If you want to do that, you have to make it big with us first.
And then that's the thing. Like, I feel like the whole WWE Studios thing is like such crap because I feel like it's almost a way to appease those people. Oh, you don't have to be a movie star away from us.
In Hollywood.
You could be a movie star with us. Don't you want to be a part of the chaperone? I mean, don't you want to be a part of See No Evil or the Marine 8? And it's just, it's
the Marine
it's
32.
ridiculous.
We're out of titles.
Yeah. So that's kind of my thing. And you already answered, so I guess when we're ready to get to the next question, we can. So
yeah, I also think that there's like a factor of they're looking for specific things that don't fucking matter nowadays as far as like who draws.
right.
Like with Roman, it was like the look and the attitude and whatever. Because like it just brings me back to that fucking story about Vince with Curtis Axel, where he was stepping on his foot in the airplane.
Oh yeah.
And Axel was just like, "I'm sorry, sir, I'll move my foot." And Vince was just like, "No, don't you understand? Damn it, I'm testing you. You're supposed to stand up for yourself." Because like, if he would have gotten fucking pushed from it. Like that's the dumb shit. Like shit that you do in the real world, like outside of the company, that Vince is aware of, like off TV, behind closed doors, can affect your standing on television. You know what I mean?
I mean, I used to hear all the time as a John Morrison fan, like, the reason he wouldn't get pushed was because Vince didn't think he could win a real fight.
Well, and because he fucking... Apparently, the rumor was that Melina fucked Batista and Morrison knew about it and didn't break up with her over it and try and fight Batista over it.
Right, which, like, what a toxic fucking environment.
Well,
that
that's
you, like,
the thing,
judge
though.
somebody.
That's, like, the whole thing, too, is, like... Yeah, it is exactly... It's fucking toxic. It's a toxic environment. It's a toxic workplace, and... if Vince is the problem, that's the thing. Like, if Vince is unwilling to make new stars unless they meet all these random-ass conditions that don't actually fucking matter for anyone else, then Vince just isn't going to make stars, because he's going to pick guys like Roman who have shit that no one cares about, and he's going to overlook guys like, I don't know, Seth Rollins for the longest time, Dean Ambrose for the longest fucking time until he finally up and left, Harper, Wade Barrett, Ryback. Like, how many guys has he had the opportunity to turn into a megastar that are just like, nah, fam, I'm good?
Yeah. Push me.
Hell, even Morrison himself is a great example. Here's a guy who looks fucking amazing, who's freakishly athletic, who is willing to put in the work to learn how to cut a better promo, and he did, and now he cuts way better promos. But because he didn't try and start a fight with a guy who's 100 pounds heavier than him, and didn't break up with his girlfriend for cheating on him immediately, and you think he's a fucking cuck,
yeah,
you're just not going to give him any standing in TV. Like,
yeah, as a kid, like, it used to frustrate me, but now I'm like, you know what? This is yet another reason why, though, that even at times when I'm like, man, Johnny back in WWE does sound quite nice because I see the talent there. When I think about the structural issues and the idea that Vince is still there, I'm like, nah, fam, you live your best life. Fuck that shit. Like, honestly, if Johnny was to ever come back, I'd want him to have an NXT run with the brand and fucking work with Cole and Gargano and all those guys. Like, that I could sink my teeth into. Main roster shit, keep that the fuck away from him. It's such a toxic fucking place. Jesus Christ.
all right.
God, when Vince finally goes, whether it's forced retirement or death, it's going to be something. Fuck you, Yuri. All right, next question.
This is actually for me personally. 5 college football teams that are underrated. All right, so I'm assuming he's talking specifically about this year. So I'm going to say Oregon is a good one because they do have Justin Herbert, who I like. And if they would just try and actually use him more, they would probably be really fucking good. Iowa is a really good one. I don't know who their quarterback is, but they are constantly churning out NFL talent, offensive line talent, tight end talent. Even this year, they've got an edge rusher by the name of AJ Epinesa, who's going to be a fucking star in the NFL. So Iowa's another one. This year, let's see. You know what? Staying in the Big Ten, I'm going to say Nebraska too, because they actually have a quarterback who was a true freshman in 2018, who was ridiculously good relative to what you expect a freshman to be. Like I have a spreadsheet where I have every single quarterback or every player actually, not just quarterbacks, every player who's ever thrown a pass in college football since 2000, since the year 2000. And I have all those seasons. So like, like say like you talk about Drew Lock, I have all 4 of Drew Lock's seasons as separate rows in that spreadsheet, and it's labeled freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And now I have the ability to go through and compare each quarterback's season to every other quarterback that season who's in the same class as them. So if you compare Adrian Martinez to every freshman quarterback since like 2018 or since like 2000, he's like, I believe, like either the best or the second best, because it's either him or fucking Trevor Lawrence. So Adrian Martinez has a stellar true freshman season for Nebraska, and I'm really looking forward to see what he does next year. Let's see. Baylor is another good one. I like what Baylor's doing right now. They actually have a quarterback that I think is gonna actually get drafted reasonably highly. Like he won't be a first round guy, but like second or third round, maybe fourth. Hopefully not later than the fourth. Named Charlie Brewer, who's been really, really good for them. And like it's one of those things where in 2017 they won 1 game, and he was their quarterback for that game. And then in 2018, I think they won like a grand total of 7 games, but he was their quarterback for 5 of those 7 games. So this kid is like really legit, and he like not only does he put up really good numbers as a passer, he can run, and he just straight up like you can just call him a winner. Like anytime somebody is like in a quarterback competition with someone else, and you see like a consistent trend where they're picking up wins and the other quarterback isn't, I think that's a situation where you really need to kind of pay attention to the quarterback situation there. And yeah, like Charlie Brewer's a good one. And then for the 5th one, I'll stick in the Big Ten again. I like the Big Ten apparently, because I also like Maryland, but not this year. Minnesota. Minnesota's another really good one. And I really hope that they actually stick with Tanner Morgan, because Tanner Morgan's another quarterback I like. They have my number 1 receiver in the nation right now, Tyler Johnson, on the roster. And there's also an edge rusher on the team that I like. I actually forget his name. I would have to look it up. But they do have an edge rusher that when I watch him, like he's probably going to be something special. So those are my 5 underrated college football teams. And our next question, hopefully I can ask it right now. Yeah, baby!
Yeah, there you go.
Why does WWE keep kicking people in the balls by bringing in old stars rather than creating new stars? I feel like this is a repeat of the first question that you gave.
Yeah, I feel like we already answered this Race Fan Rock, so I'm good to skip this actually.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why you asked the same question twice there, brother. I'm not really sure on that. Unless, like, I don't think he's here. I wish he was here so we could ask him, like, did he mean something different than what we're interpreting it as? Nice hit. Right. That's a corner hit. That's going to come off and in. Awesome.
Nice.
Up next, we've got one question from DBK. Do you prefer 2 world champions, 1 for each brand, or 1 world champion who can show up in both brands?
I actually like the idea of 1 world champion on both brands, because that signifies they're the absolute best. But given how oversaturated they are, and given, again, the aforementioned structural issues in this present moment, I think it's better that we have 2 world champions.
I definitely prefer multiple world champions, 1 for each brand. I really do prefer that, because.
But I feel like if WWE had their shit more together, I would opt for like 1 supreme world champion.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's really like it only applies to WWE because they're the only wrestling company with more than 1 brand.
Yeah.
And because it only applies to WWE, we have to take all of the other bullshit that comes into play with WWE into account. And because of all that shit, I would rather have Roman Reigns ruin 1 show and be able to enjoy Daniel Bryan on the other than have Roman Reigns ruin every show.
Exactly. I'm right there with you. That's why I said, like, really this question's so contingent on, like, a lot. Yeah. And just, again, knowing the current moment that we're in, it's 2 world champions, but if we were in an ideal situation, I love. That's why I kind of like the Undisputed title when I was a kid, like in 02, 01, 02, because, they'd go on both shows. And I feel like I'm sure one day we'll get back there because WWE, it seems like every few years we'll always like try something new or introduce a new title or treat an established title, differently or whatever. But now it's just not the time. It's a fucking circus over there. So
Yes!
nicely done. Nicely done.
Oh.
All right, next question. Or set of questions.
Next set of questions are from Ace the Skylord, and I love all three of these questions. Ace, I know you're not here on Twitch. Hopefully you're able to go back and watch this on YouTube, but I fucking love your questions. You're amazing. Thank you. First question,
right.
With how well Double or Nothing went, are you guys going to react to the other AEW?
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're going to react to everything AEW that we can get our hands on, yes. And yes,
Absolutely.
That includes their weekly show on TNT. We will be live reacting to that. Absolutely, 100% yes.
So, yeah, I mean, that totally down with that. They definitely killed it at Double or Nothing. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do in the future. And I guess when we get to Ace's next question, we will.
Yeah, Ace's next question actually has to do with Tenille Dashwood. So again, thank you, Ace, for the amazing questions. And the question is, once Tenille Dashwood recovers from her injury, how quickly must AEW scoop her up? Don't even wait that long. Scoop her up, help pay for her to get better so that it, build up that goodwill with her so that she trusts you, because you should have a trusting relationship with her, and then fucking push her to the moon and make her your first women's champion. Put her in a match with Britt Baker, since Britt already has the first win of the women's division. And then, yeah, fucking give Tenille the title. Give her everything, goddammit. And then, after her contract runs out with WWE, make Tenille's first big opponent to defend the title, Sasha motherfucking Banks.
Yeah, there you go.
Or I guess it would be Mercedes KV at that time. But yeah, that's my opinion. Both those women deserve everything. I guess we have to cut everything in half, so neither one of them can have everything, but they'll each have half of everything.
Yeah, really, I just want to see a division built around Tenille. I feel like she never got to show what she was really capable of in the E.
No,
whereas don't get me wrong,
not on the main roster at least, and even in NXT, we saw glimpses of how amazing she could be, and it always felt like her matches were shorter in NXT.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong,
I'd say the closest we got to seeing the full potential of her in NXT was against fucking Asuka.
Yeah, and because don't get me wrong, I feel like Sasha has been poorly utilized, but at least she was still utilized to a degree. First women's tag champions, multiple time, women's champion, even if the reigns were shit. Tenille didn't even get that claim to fame for her.
Sasha was treated incredibly poorly relative to her talent level, but Tenille was treated even worse. And even if I wouldn't necessarily say that she's better at anything in particular than Sasha, she's fucking close.
Yeah. So
if Sasha's a 9.5 out of 10, Tenille's at least a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, oh dude, for sure. She's so good.
Plus, I mean, to be fair, it's not necessarily my type. Sasha much more fits my type than Tenille usually, but Tenille even fits the hot blonde type that the fucking Vince types always love.
Yeah. So, absolutely, they should scoop her up immediately, and I agree with Ashton's sentiments about, helping pay for her care and everything. If AEW really... Oh, that's going to be bad. Okay, no, it's not. If AEW is really going to be, a different company, you should, go out of your way to create an alternative culture. I really should say, a counterculture to what's dominant in the wrestling business. Be that counterculture. So, yeah, there you go. I guess we'll get pieces.
2 in a row, baby! And oh, I jumped too high. Damn it. Getting goal. I'm in goal. Okay. And you're about to score. Fuck yeah. Third and final question from Ace. Thoughts on Avengers Endgame?
Loved it. The scope was massive. Aesthetically, it was gorgeous. Thanos is easily the best villain that Marvel's ever done. And this is coming from a company that historically, across most movie reviews, the one complaint they'd have even about the best Marvel films, I wish the villain was better. Thanos was that villain that I think everybody that's ever watched a Marvel movie wanted.
You know what I'm going to say, though? I'm going to say that in the history of Marvel, period, Thanos is the second best villain ever.
Behind who?
I didn't mean Killmonger. I meant Kilgrave.
Yeah. If you count Netflix, that kind of changes the discussion. I'm talking purely about cinematic.
Yes.
Universe.
Yes. 100% agreed. Yes.
Because cinematic is where the critique is really levied about weak villains. That's why I even specified. But I do agree with you. If we're talking about the universe generally speaking, absolutely Kilgrave. Oh my god, yeah.
But do you also agree then that Thanos is second behind Kilgrave in the
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh dude, absolutely. Because they're like polar opposites. Like because Thanos is like this macrocosmic threat, but Kilgrave is a very grounded, very real, albeit with like accentuated like supernatural abilities, microcosmic threat. And that's why I love both.
They're gonna score here unless you stop it.
Oh, yes. I stopped it. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, just getting back to the original question, like how we felt about Endgame. Yeah, I loved it. I thought the performances were fucking great. Like a lot of the moments they did, because I know there were some think pieces like, oh, this moment wasn't earned in the movie, or this moment wasn't earned. I thought a lot of the moments they did were earned in the movie. And yeah, I just thought it was a great ride. I mean, you're talking about the completion of a 10-year project. Like even just looking at it on a structural level. Yeah. Like, even looking at it on a structural level, it is probably one of the most breathtaking feats in cinema. That, like, you put in this much labor, and you...
I think it's hands down the most ambitious feat ever in cinema.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely, without question. And I think it set a new precedent now. Like, any film, or, like, any contributor to the superhero genre, like if you want to compete with Marvel, like that's the fucking standard.
Yeah.
Because like they've shattered the paradigm to me by this labor of love, and they've completely erected a new one. And I don't know how you compete with that. I don't know how you kind of top that. Like I feel like they did something so incredible. They've made themselves their only competition, because now they're only competing with, like, Act 2 is competing with Act 1, or Phase 2 is competing with Phase 1 at this point. So that's really my thoughts, because I don't want to go on and then start committing redundancies. But Ashton, how did you feel about Endgame?
I definitely am. I'm on the same line as you. I'm like, yeah, it's something special for sure. It definitely deserves all the work that was put into building up to it. It definitely deserves to be the highest grossing movie of all time, which I believe it is now.
Right.
So yeah, like it's definitely right there.
Absolutely.
Do we want to talk about like favorite moments, just to kind of get in a little more detail?
Oh, I mean, the one that's just been memed to hell. Scarlett, and then you took everything from me.
Oh.
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah. So I thought you were going to bring up America's ass.
Yeah, that too. Fucking Tony's speech to Pepper, like through the Iron Man helmet, like recording that message for her, like thinking he's about to die. Yeah, at the very beginning. Yeah, I love that scene. Just seeing Tony that vulnerable when we've kind of grown with that character for so many movies. What about you, man? What are some of your favorite scenes?
I think that my two favorite scenes were both in the third act. The first one was Cap finally being able to wield Mjolnir. That was amazing. And then the fucking portals, like that moment where Cap is trying to stand up to Thanos, and we just hear "on your left," and then the portals start opening up, and it's like, holy fucking shit, everyone just pours out, and then we get the moment that we've been waiting for literally since 2012. Cap says, "Avengers, assemble." It's like, oh, yeah, he said that thing. Are you still there, dude?
I'm still here, man. I'm still here.
You just weren't saying anything. That was really weird.
No, I was letting you have your nerdgasm, man. But yeah, like just epic scope. Epic fucking scope.
Yeah, John and I watched it already, but I'm actually going to go see it in 3D as soon as I can. Like, ideally sometime next week, probably. Maybe even over the weekend. I don't know.
That's going to be a visual experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually planning on having 2 movie theater double headers over the course of the next month or 2. So first I want to see Endgame in 3D, and then I also, in that same day, want to see Detective Pikachu.
Nice.
And then another day, I'm going to go and I'm going to see Aladdin and Spider-Man Far From Home in the same day as well.
Oh, crap. Nice shot, dude. Nice shot.
Do you have any interest in Aladdin, the live action?
Nah. I'm going to pass on that.
Brutal. All right, let's move on to our next question.
All right.
Oh, uh-oh, I just got hit. Oh, but I'm right here, though. I might actually be able to follow up on this. Oh, that wasn't great. Roll out. Yes! All right, cool. Next set of questions are from A-Ball.
Nice.
First up, do you think Sasha Banks' feelings about the WWE are similar to Moxley's, and do you think she'll ever return?
Yes, and I'm actually gonna say yes. I do think she'll return because I feel like Sasha won't be like satisfied. I feel like it's kind of like a hybrid, like Moxley sentiments, but like Punk's stubbornness. I mean, until they finally broke him. But I don't think Sasha's at her breaking point yet. She might be. Only she knows that. But I feel like she's gonna stay up. Just be like, okay, you know, if they just give me more creative freedom, whatever, I can go have this run. And then if they fuck her up on that run like they did with Punk, then I could just see her being like, nah, fam, I'm out. But I actually do see her giving it one more try with WWE.
I think she's out. I think she's done. I think she is completely done with the company. I think that she honestly, I think she is closer as far as situation goes to Punk than Moxley. Because, like, Moxley was frustrated, but they didn't, like, outright fuck him over like they did to Punk and to Sasha.
Yeah.
So I think that her situation and the way that she feels about it really is closer to CM Punk than it is to Moxley. Because so to answer the first question, do I think that her feelings are similar? Similar, yes. Exactly the same, no. I'm sure she has a lot of the same feelings as far as like the creative process and shit. But she also like she doesn't really seem like the type to be like going in and pitching ideas as far as like different gimmicks or like we know that Ambrose was doing. What she seems like the type to do though is more to be the type to be like asking like, when are you going to do this for me? How can I get you to do this for me? Like that kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's I don't know how creative Sasha is, but I do know that she's a damn good in-ring worker and a damn good talent, and I love that she knows how good she is. I love that she understands her worth, and I honestly, frankly, I wish she would have taken this stand earlier, like before the women's tag title thing happened, but I guess the women's tag titles were the straw that broke the camel's back, you know?
Right.
But yeah, man, I don't think she's coming back. I really don't. I think she's fucking done. I think she is going to have one hell of a happy life with Mikaze, working indie shows, having him make her gear for her. Like I'm hoping that she does land in AEW, but it would not surprise me one bit if she like decided to just move to fucking Japan with Mikaze and like just work Stardom for the rest of her life. And
I keep saying I want Sasha to have a Stardom run, man. I'd pop so big for that. Like, I'll tell you, because like I never really go out of my way for like us to cover new stuff unless it's like really good, like Lucha Underground was, because I know Ashton really had his finger on the pulse with that. Yeah. But if Sasha did Stardom, I at the very least would want to cover Stardom shows that she was on. Be like, we gotta lend our voices to this shit, because I think she'd tear it the fuck up. Like, here's the thing, man. I hope that you're right. I hope that you're right. Just something tells me that, I don't know, Sasha may not be done just yet with WWE, but I hope you're right and she says fuck them and she leaves. I would love for her to get the fuck out of there. Absolutely.
Like, honestly, as soon as she was not at Money in the Bank, I was like, okay, so she's actually done. Like, she pulled a Punk. Like, she literally walked out of the company. Her contract isn't up yet. Her situation is much more akin to that of Punk than Moxley. Because Moxley, like, not only did he wait for his deal to run out, but, like, he gave them, like, a 3 or 4 month notice that he was not going to be renewing. He gave them an opportunity to advertise it as his final run with the company. He gave them an like, he fucking accepted a $500 payment for that final Shield special that they did at that house show. Like, he was such a company guy. Like, he was so professional, he's such a consummate pro, and like I don't blame Sasha one bit, but the way that she exited that company is not like it's not professional, and it's not like it doesn't lend itself to the idea of someone being willing to come back. Like I know because I've fucking done it. I literally walked into the building of a place that I was working at, walked up to the manager and said, "Hey, I'm done here. I'm quitting." And they were pissed. And they said, "You're probably never going to be able to get a job at one of these." It was a grocery store at one of these places ever again. And I said, "You know what? That's fine." And I walked out. And I like the mentality that you have when you just straight up fucking walk out on a company. Because I didn't even do that. I didn't straight up walk out like while I was still like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like I was like working a register and I just fucking walked out. I know Sasha didn't like do that like in the middle of a match either, but like the mentality that you have to be able to do that is I am so incredibly done here. I can't tolerate another minute on the clock. So that like I personally I'm never planning on working in a grocery store again, and I'm assuming Sasha is never planning on going back to WWE. So
I just hope wherever she goes, she's happy, like you said. But with that said, let's move on to our next question.
Yep. Second question from Abel: how would you see John Cena's career end, and how do you think it will end?
I thought it was going to end with him becoming a 17-time world champion and then either like vacating the belt or like dropping into some guy and then riding off into the sunset. But didn't we even hear recently that John Cena's retired from?
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say, I hate to tell you this, Abel, but I'm pretty sure his career already did end. And like it went out with him on his back losing to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So that's perfect.
Yeah, I actually love that. Like, I actually feel like that's a really classy move, but he has such respect for the business. Like, he puts over a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And not only put him over, but like got squashed by him. That's the best part. I fucking love John Cena, man.
Man, Cena, like, I'll tell you, between Triple H with NXT and then Cena with like the last few years of his career, man, when they want to make amends, they go fucking hard.
Right? It's so funny too because I just saw a picture earlier today that was like wrestling images or wrestling moments that did not age well, and the poster image, like the thumbnail for the article was John Cena on his knee proposing to Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. Oh my god, that was I mean, we knew it was a sham. We gotta go back to that WrestleMania live reaction and hear, because I'm pretty sure we took bets on how long this would last.
Yeah, I believe we did actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to go back and listen and see who came closest.
If I had to guess, you probably did. But we'll.
I know. I think I was like really pessimistic. Like I was like 6 months or something like that. But anyway, that's funny. So Abel's next question is: who in AEW do you think can be the biggest star? Basically,
MJF, all fucking day.
I mean, he's the heel though. Like, he's not going to be the face of the company.
I mean, I don't know though. Like, I like Hangman, but I don't know if I believe in him as the face of the company. And I don't want to say Omega because he's already a fucking star. Like, so I don't know. It's kind of difficult for me.
Yeah, let me read the question exactly. Who has the most potential in AEW to become the biggest star of the promotion? So, like, shut up, Mom. She keeps saying John Mox.
Yeah, he's already a star, too. I would disqualify him for the same reasons I'm not wanting to pick Omega. But, yeah, I don't know. Really, to me, it does come down to, like, MJF or Hangman. So I guess, like, if a heel can't be the face of the company, then I'll go Hangman Page.
You're not going to say Orange Cassidy after this week?
Nah.
Oh man, he's really gotten a lot of steam though. I know that.
Absolutely.
Oh man. I don't know though. Like when I think big star, like I don't just think like big star in wrestling. I think like crossover appeal.
So like movies, you know, talk shows, games, stuff like that.
Yeah, like Adam Cole has that kind of appeal, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And to that, like, I don't know. You almost do have to go with Hangman Page, right? Because that seems to be kind of who they're positioning in that spot.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Hope he's able to carry the weight.
Oh man, I'm pretty confident he's got it. He's been a kid that, like, literally since the first time I saw him, I was like, oh my god, this dude's so good. Like, where'd this come from?
Right, yeah. That's true. You've been on him, you've been high on him for a long time, so. If there was ever a moment to be vindicated, friend, it was this current moment that we're in now. It seems like this company is really gonna go out of their way to make him that star.
I was up in the air the entire time I was seeing that.
And I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna carry it to goal so we can move on to our next question.
I wish I knew what the rest of their roster looked like, though. Because, like, I would even say like, Luchasaurus has a shot at being a big star, like, to a Kane. Like, Kane's been in a fucking movie before. So, like, that level of star, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I would say MJF is a good answer. And, like, as far as who's going to be the biggest star as a wrestler, meaning, like, who's going to make it to the biggest, like, stage and, like, who would I, like, if I had to pick anybody in AEW right now to be a future main eventer of a WrestleMania, it's MJF.
Yes, absolutely.
But if I had to pick someone in AEW right now to be, like, crossover appeal, someone that AEW can really get behind that could take them to, like, mainstream relevance, I don't know if they have a guy like that right now. I would say their best bet would probably be Hangman Page, but I don't know, man. Really
I really have the same difficulty as you. Like, I'm not too familiar with their roster, and, you know, like, Hangman has the goods to a point. I don't know if he has the goods to that degree yet, because I don't think he's ever really been tested. So, you know, this is going to be a real telling time for him. I think he's going to learn a lot about himself, and we're going to learn a lot about him.
Great job.
All right, so next question.
I was actually, you know what? Kid Coheed even said it in chat, and I feel kind of similarly. Another guy that I would throw out there is potentially Sammy Guevara, but I don't know. He's such a shit-eating heel. I don't know if I could get behind him as, like, a top babyface potential.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
I would rather bet on Phoenix or Pentagon being the top babyface.
Phoenix, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, than Sammy G. But even then, like, you're probably never going to have another mass luchador get over in the United States the way Ray did originally.
Yeah, Ray. I mean, he broke ground. I don't really know, though, if we could say that he set a trend, because not many people have been able to, like, replicate his success.
No, he definitely didn't set a trend, but he did break ground. Just as far as, like, being the first of something to do something.
All right. Gonna see if I can get us set up here, guys, so we can get to our next question. And I am. Here we go.
Good job. Third question from Abel, or actually that was the third. So fourth question from Abel, what are your thoughts on Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston's title reigns so far?
Loving both. I'm especially loving Kofi's. I'm happy that WWE is really taking a chance on Kofi. They haven't made him a transitional champion, which I'll be honest, was a legitimate fear of mine. I didn't think that they were going to trust him with the strap for that long. I'm even thinking with the way they're booking him and with how great his promos have been, that he might even make it to SummerSlam. I'm still tentative about that. But
I do expect him to make it to SummerSlam, honestly.
Yeah, which, good for Kofi. And Seth the same way. Like, I hate that he's still mired in this Brock bullshit, because you totally know that's where this is going.
Yeah, I was even going to say, like, when you were done, I was going to say, like, Kofi to me has had a much better reign than Seth. Like, Seth's reign has been basically nothing so far.
Yeah, like, the match with AJ was really good.
But if the only thing that you remember about a title reign is one match, like, that's not a good reign.
Right. And I felt like the promos between him and AJ were good, but again, like, I know the Brock is going to be, like, an impediment to the greatness of that title reign. Whereas right now with Kofi, like, you know, he's even got Dolph Ziggler doing the best fucking promos of his career, so way to go, Kofi.
Fuck. Still, though, one hell of a game right there.
Absolutely. All right.
Fifth and final question from Abel. Can you guess the favorite wrestler of every member of the Scum Squad?
No.
That's a really good answer, but
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, we
no.
could try. I mean, I want to say Abel's is Bailey. Are we trying to guess like just like in general like the favorite, or are we gonna go like male and female, or what?
I mean, the phrasing doesn't really help us out of the question, so I'm just
Abel's
going to
in
assume.
chat if he wants to specify.
Yeah, Abel, what are we doing here?
But let's see. Do both. He said do both.
Okay, so I would agree with you. Yeah, female and male's got to be Tyler Breeze. I mean,
Oh, okay. That's not who I was gonna guess, but I guess that's definitely a possibility. God damn! How? Every time we play for longer than like an hour, we end up going here twice. Fuck.
yep, picking a team.
I mean, we know Cliff is Becky, and I
Yes.
think is his favorite male wrestler now Bandito?
Yes.
Okay, well there you go. So Abel, I would say Bailey, and yeah, and now that you mention it, Breeze does make the most sense. I was gonna say Roman for the male though.
No, it's definitely Breeze. They're both devastatingly handsome, so they can relate to each other.
True story.
Mark Schoeneman.
But Mark keeps his
God.
cards pretty close to his chest, man.
But I feel like I know certain wrestlers that he loves. Like I won't say that Kyrie's his favorite female, although I know he's big on her. I wonder if Sasha was his favorite female. I'm actually tempted to say Sasha for female for Mark. And male, I honestly have no idea. I feel like I should, but I'm really not running. I'm not running on 100% right now, so
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
I guess I'm really bad at this. Holy shit.
That's why I said no. Like, that was the most honest answer and the most correct answer. Like, can you? No, I can't. No.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Breeze, though, Abel, did you see? Apparently, Breeze is now officially a part of the NXT roster.
Hooray! He's back home. I didn't know if it was going to be like a short-term program, but yeah, if he's like legitimately back on the brand, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I guess Triple H said that in his conference call for TakeOver 25.
I wonder if like
That's another thing that we need to watch.
I wonder if Breeze like cried in Triple H's arms, like it's so good to be home, and he's like, I know, Tyler, I know. They can't hurt you anymore.
But I'm not even going to try and struggle through.
Hell nah. I knew that was a losing battle the moment the question was asked. I'm like, no.
But our next question is actually from a new question asker.
Oh, nice. That's rare.
Yeah. We got a new question asker on Twitter, and it is Death Dealer / Belt Collector on Twitter. I'll actually pull up the thing so I can tell you. It's fuck. No, just hang on. God damn it. I want to say what the @ is on Twitter so that people know. Oh, god damn it! Okay, let me hit this. I'm gonna hit this again. Fuck! There we go. What you? Oh my god. I hate everything. I hate the stage. This stage is the fucking worst. Talk about a stage that doesn't lend itself to us being able to answer goddamn questions.
Oh, that's gonna go in.
That's good. Now let me pull this fucking Twitter account up. @ Finn Brooks Caw. Or no, is that it? Yeah, it is. @ Finn Brooks Caw, like CAW Caw, like, create a wrestler.
Yeah.
And the question, oh, you didn't go, dude. What are you? Oh, fuck, they're gonna score now. Okay, they didn't.
Nope.
Good. Go. I'm going at it. Oh, you're right there. Perfect setup and goal. Question is, have you guys thought that the guy who attacked Big E and Sammy are connected?
I initially thought that. I still kind of think it, but I'm not as committed to it as I used to be.
I guess I'm really bad at paying attention. When the fuck did Big E get attacked?
Wasn't that just last week?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, it was last week.
On SmackDown?
On SmackDown, yeah. We even talked about it on Live Reactions.
Can you like paint a picture for me? Because I don't remember Big E getting attacked.
Well, yeah, because Big E was like backstage. He was holding his knee. He said, "Kevin attacked me. Kevin attacked me." And I feel like Kofi and Xavier were kind of like checking on him and like with him. And I think that was when Kofi had the match with Sammy. And then he beat Sammy,
So was this
remember?
when we were talking about like Big E was going to pull a big Cass and it was going to be revealed that he was the one that did it?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
because this
okay.
was also when Dolph perpetrated his first attack on Kofi.
Okay. Well then, fucking no. I never at any point thought that it was in any way related to Sammy.
Yeah,
the really weird thing is though, like we still don't know who attacked Sammy. What the fuck, WWE? What are you doing?
I'm just assuming that it was Lesnar. And
but they said it wasn't them on the beginning of Raw a couple weeks ago.
Oh, well then I guess it's just not going to be explained, so.
God damn it. I hate WWE so much. So passionately. That's it. Awesome.
All right.
Next set of questions is the final set of questions from Alex Foster. First up for John. Have you done/considered writing a philosophy piece on the kayfabe side of wrestling? Just curious.
I have considered doing something with wrestling because I know there's been stuff written about wrestling and philosophy in the past. Roland Barthes, who was a French philosopher in, I want to say, the 20th century, did an essay on wrestling in his wider book, The Mythologies, which I have yet to read, but I've actually wanted to read it. And then I know somebody actually did an essay on the Chris Benoit tragedy, and he connected like the Benoit tragedy with the existentialism of Kierkegaard. So, which again is an essay I haven't read, but I've wanted to. Like anybody that tackles wrestling in a philosophically rigorous manner definitely interests me, and I've thought about maybe lending my voice, given that I'm such an avid fan and I have such a familiarity outside of like just absorbing this product, detached from it. But I don't know. It's not a priority for me right now. I actually have 2 essays just for me that I really want to write, but I just haven't had the time to. I barely have time to write the essays I need to write. So, but when I get the free time, which hopefully in 2020 I'll be a lot freer than I am now. But I'm going to be writing a lot more fun pieces, and maybe wrestling will be on the table. So, next question.
Next question from Foster. This is just for me. How would you design an open world Pokemon game? You may use other games as references. I feel like I've answered this question before.
I feel like you have too, actually.
Okay. I mean, just think Pixelmon. It's basically just Pixelmon. Like, if you've ever played Pixelmon or seen someone play Pixelmon in Minecraft, look into it. It would pretty much be that. Like, that's... I can't imagine doing it any differently than that. I mean, maybe there would be some tweaks, but not ones that I could think of right now.
Right.
So if you're not familiar with Pixelmon, it's a mod in Minecraft where you create a world, which obviously you wouldn't be creating a world, you'd just be joining the world, in this case. You create a world, or you would join the world in this case. You get given a starter, which... in the open world game, I would definitely want it to be more of an adventure where, like, you wake up in a bed, like, similar to the games. Like, you wake up in a bed, and you have to travel to someone's lab in order to get given a starter, and then you get to pick your starter out of however many options. And I only say however many because even though it's normally 3, they might want to do something different for an open world game. So... you would do that, and maybe it would be like a tutorial. That's what it would be. You would have like a tutorial world, quote unquote world, where it's like a client only thing where you're the only one there and you're the only one that you see. And you don't see anyone else. But once you get your starter, you get put out into the world, and it's like you're actually joining this open world, and you're able to like interact with other people and interact with other Pokemon and stuff like that. So, and again, I would really emphasize, like, you wouldn't be able to battle somebody unless you specifically accept. Like, it wouldn't be like in the games where you just get, like, a fucking exclamation point over their head and they approach you and you have to battle them, you would have to accept the battle, because you wouldn't want like someone with a team of level 100s going around fucking with all the level 5 brand new players. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there would have to be something to prevent that. But then, yeah, it would just be like you would have every region. So you would have Kanto and Johto and Hoenn, and I don't even remember what the other, you know, like there's a Lola, and I forget what the other ones are. I'm sure someone in chat's going to be like, oh, it's this, and this. And like you get to pick what region you start in, and wherever you start in that starter's town, and you just kind of work your way through it. And like once you become the champion of a region, you gain the ability to travel to other regions. Or maybe once you get the fly HM and you're able to use fly, you're able to fly not only within your own region but also to other regions, or something along those lines. Maybe they would introduce like a new move where only the most powerful flying types are able to use it, like the fucking Pidgeot and Fearow and the legendary birds and Dragonite and shit like that would be able to use this new flying move that allows you to travel across continents rather than only being able to travel, you know, like within your own continent. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of it. I would change the beginning up just to make it feel more like you're actually playing a Pokemon game rather than just playing Minecraft. And then, yeah, I would basically just treat it like a Pokemon game, only you'd be able to interact with people and challenge people to battles. And you know, that would be the only real change I would make to Pixelmon. So, third question from Foster. What wrestlers in character would be great as Siri or other talking appliances? It doesn't have to be a woman. I'm picking a team, by the way.
I'll say, let me get my better pack in and pick a team. I will say for women, two that immediately come to mind, obviously my girl Kyrie and Becky, because she's the top star and you should get her in on that shit immediately. For men, though,
Adam Cole, baby.
Yes, I was going to say Elias. I would love, like, if he like sang answers or whatever, or even if he was like non-compliant and fucking stubborn and just insulted me when I asked for something, like, oh, Elias, how did the dinosaurs go extinct? And it would just be like some kind of fucking insult to my face. So, you know, that'd be pretty great.
Hey, Elias, how old is Elias?
Yeah. Ask him those meta questions. That's always fun. And, yeah, so Elias would be my male pick. And I guess for another male pick, I don't know, just for the lulz, maybe Baron Corbin. But
I mean,
like,
it wouldn't appeal to me, but I feel like there are people who love his voice enough that Aiden English would be a possible thing.
Yeah, Aiden would definitely be one. Freaking
Elias is a definitely like great answer on that. Samoa Joe threatening everyone.
Yes.
Hey Joe, how old is Elias? And he'd just be like, "What are you doing asking a question about someone other than me?"
Yeah. Hey Joe, how'd the dinosaurs go extinct? Yeah. Hey Joe, how'd the dinosaurs go extinct? I choked them all out. And you're next.
You're next. Yes. Hey Joe, how many planets are there? Does it really matter how many planets there are? You're going to be the only one seeing stars after I put you to sleep.
Yeah. So yeah, Adam Cole, Joe, and Elias for the men. I love that. And I already said Becky and Kyrie for the women. Are there any like WWE women that you would want to have in the position of Siri that you just want to put forward?
I don't know. I would even disagree with Kyrie because I love Kyrie, but like the accent would make it harder to understand. Even if she is the easiest to understand out of the Japanese women in WWE, you'd still like you'd really prefer someone that doesn't have an accent at all.
If we were doing this collectively, and I was really being challenged on Kyrie, then my immediate follow up would be the Iconics together, because I could just picture them like Iconics. What let me think of a question. When was the Ice Age, for instance? And, you know, Billy would be like, Peyton, do you want to answer this? No, you answer this. No, you answer. Okay, we'll both answer it. And then they both answer it. Like, they just do their shtick as fucking Siri before they answered every question. Yeah, like, I don't know. I would love that personally. So yeah, the
Ice Age was a period when they could. It would even be funny if they answered everything deadpan. Like, even if they didn't play jokes and were like, no, you answer. Even if they didn't do that, even if they were straight up like just they're gonna actually give you the actual answer, but just read it with their like bogan Valley Girl Australian accents, it would be still just such amazing hilarity would ensue. I love it.
God, and then when you ask him meta questions like, hey, Iconics, how do you feel about the fact that Billie Kay or Peyton Royce never became NXT Women's Champion? You gotta be joking me!
Yes! Hey, Iconics, how many planets are there? And they just be like, and then like, I just really want the deadpan answer. Like, well, there's a lot of debate going on right now, but it seems to be the common consensus that Pluto isn't a planet anymore, so hey!
Yeah.
But like, they have that enthusiasm. Like, they're all happy to read these scientific facts to you from Wikipedia.
Yes. And I guess the only other male voice I would want to put in there just to fucking traumatize people would be Bray Wyatt.
Oh, God. Hey, Bray Wyatt, how many planets are there? Well, you see, my man, they'll tell you that there are 8, but I know better than anyone. For all 9, Pluto is a planet, my friend.
I know, when I was the Eater of Worlds, I devoured it.
Follow the Plutonians.
And thank you for letting me into your home today.
Yeah, thank you for letting me in.
All right, I think we more
that
than
riddle would be a good one too.
Bro, excellent question.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. I'm trying to think of like actual good answers that like people with genuinely good voices. Like that's why I said Adam Cole at first, because he's just like got that genuine like natural charisma. He's got a good voice, you know.
Dude, either Velveteen Dream or Champa Daddy. Like
Velveteen Dream is a good one, yeah.
But you want to talk what?
How many planets are there? Do not bother the Dream with these meaningless questions.
But that's why I bought you. The Dream cannot be bought.
Yeah. The Dream does not recall this. The Dream does not recall.
Yo, that would be his answer. Like when you ask questions of that, because I know there'll be like oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understand the phrasing. Can you ask again? Like that would just be his go-to. Like the Dream does not recall that. Ask again.
Yeah, that's awesome. I do agree. Elias is a really good male one because he could like you could get the jokes in there with him like insulting you if you ask him something that like asks him to degrade himself. But also, like, he has a genuinely good, like, speaking voice that would actually be good for it.
Yeah.
So. Oh my god, Mark, I hate you so much.
Whoa, what happened?
He threatened to buy me a Charlotte one.
Oh, wow. I haven't even been that mean to you. Holy shit. Mark, I'm impressed.
You would be. Asshole! I'm actually really struggling to think of what woman on the roster I would really want as like a Siri type, which is kind of strange because the original is a woman. Like we've been naming all these dudes with Renee would be decent. I guess Renee would be fine, but even then, I don't know. I wasn't thinking announcers. I was thinking more wrestlers. Fuck! Anyway, do you have any suggestions for what female would actually be really good for it?
I mean, I thought the Iconics was really good. That was kind of like my my serious answer there. And Becky, of course, because she's just so likable. And the accent, I think, just would translate, very endearingly into Siri technology, so.
Man, yeah, I'm not even going to bother even coming up with another woman, because I'm really just struggling with it. So, let's just move on. 4th question from Foster. We all know Russo's crazy about WWE and AEW being in bed together, but hypothetically, what if he's right?
Then it's, I guess, the biggest wrestling story of the year, and I would even say the last few years, like, for this. Yeah, like, for a collab on that level, to just fucking dupe everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, like, the cynic in me, especially, like, the leftist cynic in me that does look at things, like, economically and shit like that, that would be perfect late stage, like, feigning competition for the sake of profit.
Yeah.
Like, that, oh my god. Wow, that kind of fucked with me more than I thought it would, honestly.
Oh yeah, Mark, that's a good one. You know what, dude? Actually, you gave me an idea. He said AJ Lee. I'm going to say Zelina Vega would be a good one.
Yeah, she would be pretty good
She
for
could
it.
do it in she could do bilingual too. She could do one for English people, one for Spanish people. She speaks both.
There you go.
That's perfect.
That's marketability right there.
Yeah. Because she already talks kind of like AJ Lee. She basically like she played AJ Lee in that Page movie, and immediately it's like, oh, I'm just going to keep this talking style for the rest of my wrestling career. It's so good.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of ironic because AJ Lee, at least like in the latter half of her big dominant run as Divas champion, adopted Punk's talking style. So it's like it's like the CM Punk's talking style is being handed down through the generations of WWE, currently being kept alive by Zelina Vega.
Yes.
So anyway, final question of the Q&A from Foster. Who would you have team with Andrade to form a Los Ingobernables stable? Anyone on the roster is fair game.
Humberto Carrillo.
Oh my God, yes! No, Humberto Carrillo would lead the faction that opposes Los Ingobernables de WWE.
I mean, fine. I guess I don't really like Roman.
It's gotta be like people who are like lapsed, that are like super like done and ready to like be done, and just like Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy would be good. I'd honestly
Liv
put
Morgan.
Shinsuke in there. Yeah, Liv Morgan I think would be good.
Shinsuke would work. He even has the connection with Andrade.
Yeah, exactly. That like Shinsuke honestly was the first name that came to my mind because they're doing fucking nothing with him, and like it's fucking Shinsuke. Like if anybody should
pick
want
like 3 or 4 guys and 1 or 2 women. So for me, I would agree with you on Nakamura. I would
agree with you on Murphy.
So we have Nakamura, Murphy. I would say that my women would be Ember Moon and Liv Morgan. I want both of them in this. And they could both they could challenge for the tag titles, or they could each individually go for the singles title with the other one as acting like a heel manager, like interrupting and shit.
Right.
And then another, you know what? I want a tag team. Fucking Viking Raiders. They beat the Raw Tag Champions almost a month ago and haven't been on TV since.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hell, you could even go with the Ascension and they could make it work.
I'd say for women, I like Liv Morgan because that's different, and I feel like she kind of fits the aesthetic. She'd almost kind of be like the Bushi with her aesthetic of this LIJ.
Just this idea of like Andrade, Murphy, Nakamura, Liv Morgan, Ember Moon, and the Viking Raiders standing in the ring with their fists up like the fucking LIJ thing, holding their eye open, or like doing the tranquilo pose with Zelina. It's just that visual, like that imagery is beautiful. I love it.
Absolutely. You know, though, that Charlotte would want to ruin it and be like, oh, hey, Andrade, we're together. Let me be a part of this. No!
Keep our work and personal lives separate, damn it.
This is mine, damn it. You've had how many championships? I need this.
And then she's just like, well, you know what? I've got a little bit of pull, so I'm really going to need to insist. And he's just like, yeah, well, I'm going to need to insist that we break the fuck up if you're going to do that.
Yeah, you have a little bit of pull. I'm pulling out of this relationship.
You put that, holy shit.
But yeah, no, like fucking 9 women's championships. I ain't got a goddamn thing for all my politicking. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, politicking. What?
Yeah, well, we've talked about this. We've talked about where politicking. Yeah,
no,
so
I said I was like from Andrade's, like his perspective.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, nice. But yeah, that concludes Foster's questions, which in turn concludes the whole Q&A.
Yep.
So, yeah, all right, guys, thank you for coming out. I'm going to close out a Rocket League, and next Q&A, just to let you guys know that's going to be June 27th. All right, June 27th. So YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. If you're a Patreon donor, you get 5 questions per Q&A. If you're a non-Patreon donor, you only get 3 questions per Q&A. I'll have the pinned tweet detailing everything in the next Q&A. And I just want to say, and I don't think Metz is here, but he did this, and it kind of annoyed me a little bit. If you're going to reply to the pinned tweet, let it only be related to Q&A. Q&A questions. That's it. You want to show me pictures of like wrestling events or update me on things? That's cool. I'm not saying you can't do that. but it's really not that hard. Just adding me in a separate tweet. I've done it with people thousands of times. So just keep the pinned tweet to Q&A questions. Like, I don't mean to sound overly annoyed, but it's kind of stupid that would even happen. Like, we're all grown. I can't even believe I'm even saying this. So just keep it to Q&A questions. Yeah, hateful. And yeah, you guys did a great job this month. Foster got to go out on top again. Looks like Ella didn't take your thunder this time, Foster, so I'm happy for you. And yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. And until then, we will see you again. Let me pull up the Ashton's pin tweet, which is the TWitWoW schedule, which you should all be following Ashton on Twitter, not only for the just the updates and stuff, but just all around. Actually, no, tomorrow. Why did I think today was like Saturday? Tomorrow, we're doing TakeOver Preview Predictions. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday is going to be NXT TakeOver 25. Live reactions beginning at 7.
Woo-hoo!
And then that's it. That's June 1st. So then we're going to need a whole new calendar, which Ashton will get to in due time.
Yeah, and I was even saying on the live reaction after you left for the outro that we are going to be live reacting to days 13 and 14 of BOSJ on either Monday or Tuesday. I was going to I was going to kind of hammer that out with you, but the last one happens on Monday. Day 14 is on Monday, and then day 15, which is the finals, is on Wednesday. So
right,
I figured we would just do that either day of or day after. We'll figure it out though. We'll hammer it out when I actually make the schedule itself.
Yeah, dude, for sure. So yeah, guys, that's all for me, and I'm gonna hand it over to Ashton to take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you all enjoyed this Q&A. John already mentioned what we're going to be doing next, so if you're here on Twitch, we just hope that you enjoyed. I don't think there's really a way other than just following us. Make sure that you do follow us. And I would also say if you're on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, all that fun stuff. You can also follow us on Twitter. And even if you are on YouTube, you should go follow us on Twitch so that you know when we're going live and stuff like that. We would also appreciate it if you would consider buying merch on our Teespring or donating to our Patreon. I think, by the way, John, I wanted to let you know, I think we're kind of over the whole like democratic Patreon thing because people aren't changing their opinions enough for it to matter. And there's gonna be a point in time later this year where we're gonna want a break from SmackDown every week. And we're going to and plus there's also going to be a point in time when we're going to want to start reacting to AEW kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So even though we are going to continue to have goals, we're just going to be determining what the goals mean rather than like, oh, hey, you guys determine what we react to. Because we've been doing SmackDown and NXT, and that's kind of what we are preferring to do anyway. So, it's one of those things where like the democratic thing was cool and we got to do a month of Impact and that was interesting at least, even if it wasn't wonderful. But I think we've got to just kind of make, we're going to start calling the shots again as far as what it is that we react to. But we will still kind of maintain our Patreon goals, like the $80 for the 2-hour show or the 40 for the one or the 120 for the 3. And the interesting thing now is because Raw doesn't go over 3 hours anymore, that is a $120 goal now. So if y'all want us to live react to Raw, $120 on Patreon is the goal there. But regardless, we do appreciate you guys for showing up, and we will see you all tomorrow night for our preview and predictions for NXT TakeOver 25. And we do hope that you remember to stay tuned.